Good afternoon, guys. Oh, we have Aiden here. Thank you guys for being here. Welcome to episode 11 of the Hot Toys Veteran. What's going on, D-Lo?
What's going on, Faz? How you doing, buddy?
All right, I'm good. Guys, let me see who's in the chat real quick. David, what's up, man? Thule, my brother. David, what's going on? My boy Thule. Commander Green, Harold, what's going on, man? Graham, the guy. Look at this guy. What are you doing? It's unbelievable. Yeah, I know. I'm learning. All right, guys. So what's going on? Just want to come on here and talk about a few things that have been going on. Some releases, some announcements, and a few things about the little drama that's going on with Inner and you know their little the pictures that have been going around and just I want to touch a little bit on that because I think it's very important for you guys who have don't really understand what's going on or see what's going on. I want to get into that a little bit. So Dilo, what's going on? How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. First day back, working on Monday. Weekend was nice. We went out to the lagoons out here in Florida, man. Did some paddleboarding, some kayaking. It was nice. I got darker than usual.
I got darker. See, I don't know about paddleboarding. I think that, from what I understand, at least, it's a very, very hard. It's very hard on the abs. Like when you're sitting there. Oh yeah.
Yep. That's why I did it, man. Trying to lose his gut, So.
Yeah, no, I heard it and I was like, it doesn't look it, but I mean, I would understand because you're sitting there, pushing the water, I guess.
Yeah. No, it was good. I mean, I actually, I kind of did it like a tandem thing with my son. So he's only 10 years old. So, add about like another like 80 pounds because he didn't know what he was doing. So I was pretty much just doing both of us. So, it's like tying weights to my hey, what's up, Tuli? But yeah, just tying weights to me basically just by carrying my 10-year-old son on me there, just kind of like doing the paddleboarding for the both of us. It was fun. It was a good time, but I was exhausted. I was beat.
Are you sore?
I slept real good. Oh yeah, I slept real good.
Oh man. ¿Qué teclas? ¿Cómo está? Gracias por venir hoy. All right, so let me see. David said something before. Did you see third-party stone? Yes, that third-party is. I actually pre-ordered it already. I got the deluxe version with the light-up head. I didn't get that base, so that base alone is like $200-something. I'm good on that base. I mean, it's supposed to be LED lit, and I think it's USB powered, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't need that base. I mean, it's really cool. I know people who get it are going to do some amazing poses with that, but that's not for me. And I was actually going to pull up those pictures too from Kitchen's website, but I didn't know if you guys would be interested in seeing that thing. Did you see the figure?
I seen that one. There was another one that dropped too today, wasn't there? I think it was
the
Steppenwolf, I think.
Steppenwolf, yeah, that figure. I got both. I ordered both already. The original, and then this is from from what do you call it? From the Snyder Cut. This is supposed to be the Snyder Cut one, and the thing's supposed to be like 18 inches tall. You know that, right?
Jeez. Yeah. So I mean, so we're looking like Thanos level on that thing, basically. I'm assuming. At
least, yep.
I think that's great, though. I think that's great that we're gonna get something like that there. I mean, like I said in the last time I was here, like I'm not crazy about third parties, but every once in a while you throw something at my way, and like I might get that. Maybe. Yeah. And that one right there with the Justice League almost being completed with the Cyborg releasing hopefully sometime soon. And then having Steppenwolf to pull it all together, that's like the DC version of like the Endgame like setup that everybody has. Everybody has their Thanos with the Iron Man and all that. This could be like the DC version, which would be dope to have because I already have a Thanos in my Endgame setup. I like to like finish it off, so I might actually pull the trigger on that one. Stay tuned. I'll let you know. I'll keep you updated.
No, that's exactly what it is. Everybody, I feel like not everybody, but a lot of people will get it for exactly that reason, to be able to have the villain with, now they made the black suit Superman with the new, for those who didn't have the original, Nightmare Batman, now you have them both. You have a third party Nightmare Flash. You have the Joker. Now you have Steppenwolf, and I have a feeling that they're gonna make what's her name, Mira.
No, you think so? Really?
Third party's gonna make. I'm telling you.
Third party, okay. I thought you meant Hot Toys. I was like, no.
No, not Hot Toys. And what's the other one? What's his name? Deathstroke. Somebody just made teased the Deathstroke images for his helmet. So that's gonna be another figure. So they're definitely gonna make them all, in third party, of course, which is very exciting. I can never get enough third party. I love third party just because they help you complete the what do you call it? The collection, the line. And we know that Hot Toys doesn't really get into too many characters, which sucks for us. But at least somebody does. You know what I mean?
See, what scares me about third parties though is, I agree with you, Fabs. Like they definitely help you complete a line. But what scares me as a collector sometimes, like, I don't know if Hot Toys sees the popularity of that third party and says, you know what, we're going to make it too. Because they've done it a couple times now, haven't they?
They have, but even if that's the case, like, for example, myself, I haven't ordered some third parties, exactly because of that fear. But I have ordered plenty of third parties, even with Hot Toys making them, just because they're not going to be exactly the same. You know what I mean? They're going to be completely different quality. The outfits may, the materials may be slightly different. The accessories are definitely going to be different. So I used to not care too much about it. Now I'm like, I have a feeling Hot Toys is going to make it, so I'm going to hold off. But at the end of the day, even if Hot Toys decides to make it, Hot Toys is always going to be better than a third party anyway. So are you really going to, a third party is going to be, 180, 200, depending obviously on what it is. Is it really going to be, that big of a deal to have an extra figure? I doubt it.
It's a good way to look at it.
Robin, what's up, man? No, that's another one. That's a good one, Thule. I did not pick that one up. Number one, I didn't like the way it looked. And number two, I have a feeling that Wong is coming eventually at some point. He's been in plenty of movies. I think it's like 5 movies at this point. Now you have him on the show She-Hulk. So it's coming. It's coming. And it's funny because this company who made him was the same company that made what's her name? The Ancient One, remember? And I didn't get her because I was like, oh, Hot Toys will make her. I regretted her. I regretted not getting her so badly because I'm like, God, they never made her. And then another company made her years later. I said, you know what? I'm not waiting for Hot Toys anymore. So I ended up getting her. And so that's what happens too. Like if you hold off, you could get screwed, Loco Lou, what's up, man? Loco Lou, were you at Comic-Con this year? New York Comic-Con? And if you were, what days did you go? Because I thought for some reason I saw a picture of you at the artist gallery downstairs, but I don't know if that was this year or maybe another year. But I was there Thursday and Saturday, but I didn't see anybody, so I don't know. That's why I'm asking. But yeah, no, I what do you call it? I couldn't believe it. I was like, man, they came out with this. I got it immediately, and I was like, you know what? I said, screw it. If they make it, they make it. If they don't, they don't. One thing that I'm shocked about, though, still, I've talked about this before, but I'm shocked because I think it's about time. It's been months since the show's been over. Miss Marvel, Miss Marvel should have been already, teased at least, and she's coming in future movies. She's going to be part of the new movie, the Marvels. And so, so I don't know what's going on with that. And She-Hulk is another one. She-Hulk has to be announced at some point because, again, she's going to be around in the future as well. I don't know what's going on.
Well, it seems like that's kind of the norm nowadays. Like ever since the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, they haven't announced the figures for the lineups for the TV shows right away after the finale, like they did with WandaVision, like they did with Captain. I'm going to use to call him Captain Falcon, the Winter Soldier. That show, Loki took forever to come out. We have the Hawkeye show, Kate Bishop, which is now waitlisted. Now we still don't have confirmation of Hawkeye, which blows my mind. TV show called Hawkeye. Hawkeye still not available yet. What's that about? Right? And Miss Marvel finished. I didn't watch Miss Marvel. I'm gonna catch up and watch it later. But that's still on that and She-Hulk. So I wouldn't panic if we don't hear anything about it yet, because it's kind of starting to be a trend of where like Hot Toys has so much on the plate right now that they're gonna get to eventually. It's just not gonna be when we want it to, like we're used to.
Right. I think the same thing. I think, and I think, specifically Ms. Marvel, I think her popularity wasn't that good. So I think that's why they're holding off a little bit as well. The fact that, she didn't do so well with, being liked in the show. Like I watched the show. I fell asleep during the last 2 episodes. I really did. It wasn't amazing. I'll tell you that right now. It wasn't amazing. She-Hulk, I expected it to be a little bit better than it was. It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't, amazing. Jeff, what's up, man? What's going on? Thank you for being here. Eric, what's up? Thanks for being here. So yeah, so that's the thing. I don't know what's the end. To your point with Hawkeye, they made her. What's her name again?
Kate Bishop.
Kate Bishop first, I think, because she's going to be more relevant. Even though they talked about a season 2, I think she's going to be more relevant in the future. So I think that's why they said, you know what, let's put her out first. But once they teased, the actual Hawkeye, that was months ago. I don't know what's the
Yeah, and it's like I said, I just feel like there's so much on the plate there. I mean, you figure they're trying to keep up with the Marvel shows, right? DC has Black Adam coming out. They just announced that figure there. Star Wars is still at all-time high. Yes, the blurg has landed, so we're still dabbling with Star Wars. We're balancing Marvel. We're balancing everything here. So that's way too much for one company to balance. I don't care how big Hot Toys is or how small they may be. Like that's just too much for anybody to do. So I don't know. It's gonna be one of those things where we got so many figures on pre-orders, delays, all kinds of stuff. Like it's like a catch-21. Yes, we want to hear about new figures, but we want the figures to be delivered. They probably have photos already of all these figures we talked about: She-Hulk, Hawkeye, Ms. Marvel, all these people, but like they don't want to overload us too, because it's gonna get lost in the shuffle. Like I'm up to my ears in things that are like ready for pre-order right now, and they've been so many going on. Like I forget sometimes, like, oh yeah, they announced this figure. Oh yeah, they announced this one. So I don't know. Maybe they're just kind of pacing them out, trying to find some room to make announcements. But I think they'll come sooner rather than later.
Yeah, but I think Hot Toys does that to themselves. They overwhelm themselves. I mean, and here's the thing. We look at it as they overwhelm themselves because that's how we feel. You know what I mean? Like, I know that they wouldn't do that to themselves if it was going to be a problem. You know what I mean? Like, there is absolutely no way. So we take it as, oh, they're doing too much. But in reality, that's how we feel. We feel like, oh my God, like that's a lot, But
yeah, that's a fair point.
Yeah, believe me, they wouldn't be doing it. Like if that were the case, we would be getting announcements, left and right every week, left and right, releases left and right every week. And then you're like, oh, then eventually there would have to be some type of message, guys, due to, too much, blah, 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 which again, I'm just making that up because we know that they don't ever say anything like that. But
so let me ask you a question, Fab, since you're probably the best person to ask this question to. When it comes to like Hot Toys announcements, because I've only been in the game since 2016, right? You've been doing this way longer than me. When you were doing this here in the beginning, like on average, like your best guess, like how many figures would be announced per year? Give or take. Like, what would you say it'd be?
Let me
20, 30?
Not even.
Not even?
Because again, they wouldn't be as sold out and as popular as they were, as fast as they were. And again, I go back to the specific example that this was one of the figures that had happened to me with this. It's right here. Where is it? It's the Mark 7 battle damage version, which was, the plastic one. And, this figure within hours, it was gone. Hours, the thing was gone. And I had only gotten one because I was like, oh, I'll get another one later. Hours, it was gone. I was like, oh, man. So then I had to get the second one on eBay for about, I think it was about $200 more than it was for retail. And again, this was literally years, maybe a year after it was already released. I'm going to say, and again, this is just a complete guess because back then I was not paying attention to any of that. I'm going to say maybe like 10 a year, if that.
Wow.
Like, that's how rare it was. Like that.
10.
Like something like that.
So nowadays, where we share, I mean, we're probably like what? I think we're at 30, maybe 40 announcements per year now. Just about there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now,
so, I mean,
the speed that we have now, let me tell you, it was nowhere near anywhere close to what it was back then at all. Not even a little bit. Like you would get a Batman here, then you would get what do you call it? An Iron Man here.
Right.
Then you would get Pirates of the Caribbean here. Then it was not definitely. And if it was at least 20, I don't remember that at all. But I'm telling you, it feels like it was a lot less than that because it was not. They were not pumping figures out like they are now. Absolutely not.
No, I would agree with that. Even in 2016 when I showed up, it wasn't like that. I mean, I'd say guessing wise, I think we were probably at about 20 around that time there. And I feel like between that time into today, it's like double, tripled those numbers. And so are the delays in the turnaround time.
Yep. No, at 2016, it was already high. It was already very high. But 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011, I don't think so. Nowhere near that. The Electric Geek, what's up, man? Thanks for being here. I appreciate the comment. Robin, thank you. Peter, what's up, man? What's up, man? Local Lou. So Local Lou was at Comic-Con on Saturday. So no, I didn't see you. I didn't see you at all. I didn't see anybody. I was supposed to meet up with P-Rock, and I got his message, and he disappeared. I never heard from him again, so I thought he was kidnapped. Anyone comes to Queen Studios action? Yeah, so that's what I'm going to talk about, David, in a little bit. So let's get to it. I'm going to get into the first release, well, the latest release at least. Let's see. So we're going to talk about Black Widow. Okay. So a lot of not a lot, some complaints about the figure compared to the prototype. Did you notice the difference? Did you see the what do you call it?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's a bigger, in my opinion, it's a bigger difference than some. Some say it's not too bad. Some say it's way off. I kind of agree with them a little bit there. I mean, but it's not just that. Like when I got my Endgame one, I said to myself, okay, I'm not gonna get anyone. I'm not gonna get another Scarlet Witch. Black Widow. But I always get them confused because her name is Scarlett Johansson. So I always
that's exactly what you meant. You're thinking Scarlet and you said Witch.
Yeah, but yeah. Anyways, yeah, but I completely forgot. Like, man, she's having her own solo movie. There's a chance they're gonna have a figure for her because I wanted kind of like her last appearance look. And then sure enough, they did. I'm like, crap, I pulled the trigger too soon. I got the Endgame one, and this one looks way better. But the final product made me feel better that I got the Endgame one. Like, I'm okay with just having the Endgame one. I'm being honest with you. Like, the head, like, first of all, this is a matter strictly of my opinion, but Scarlett Johansson is one of the most beautiful women in the world, period, for like the last 10 years. Okay, so you don't mess that up. You know what I mean? Her face was like, it's super wide. It goes out way big. The body is not proportioned. I mean, if you know how Scarlett Johansson looks physically, you know this is not it. So I feel like it was left a little bit more to be desired. I don't want to sound like a pervy old dude here, but I'm saying like we're trying to get proper proportions of everything here. I wanted it to be better than what it came out to. So it was a bummer because I really like the suit. It has that classic vibe of comic Black Widow there. So I was really tempted, and I was kind of hoping it wouldn't be good. But then when it didn't turn out good, I felt bad for hoping that it was, because I know there was a lot of people waiting for this version instead. But for me, after seeing it, I'm like, yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with my original Endgame one. I just think it fits better.
But would it be bad for you to have two? Just one from Endgame and this one?
Well, that's the thing though. Like, I mean, like a lot of collectors, I have certain rules with certain like characters and certain brands. Like, I don't double down on certain ones here. Like, if it's DC, I'll have 40 million Batman. But do I need every Black Widow? Me personally, no. I'm good. She's cool, but she's not that cool. So when it comes to Marvel, I do my very best to keep it to one. Like, I really like to have, like, my idea is just to have a very nice, like, conclusion to my Marvel collecting by having, like, the ultimate, like, end game lineup there. And maybe some fan favorites too. Like, I had Days of Future Past Wolverine, and I snuck him in there with the Endgame lineup because in my head it's like, okay, he came from that same portal, so I can, I can justify that there. But yeah, I mean, with certain characters and certain figures, I only need one, and I try my best to, like, be patient and find the right one that's going to fit me. And I thought I pulled the trigger too soon, but it turns out I got the right figure for me. That Endgame one is, in my opinion, a better figure.
You know why I think she doesn't look proportionate? I think they changed the body to be able to give her more articulation, because she looks very thin here, like very thin.
Yeah.
Her whole, even the face.
She does.
Like this compared to
the head looks bigger than the body though. That's the thing. Like the head, that's the big key thing that everybody zero in is, like, that head does not look like it belongs on that small size of a body. Like this looks like no different than like a Rey Skywalker, like, body here. If you put the actress that plays Rey and you put Black Widow side by side, they do not have the same body. So
at all.
But it looks like they probably did in this one here. I mean, look at that. I mean, if you look at that picture, she got a little beer gut. Scarlett Johansson's like one of the fittest women on the planet. I mean, she's gorgeous. Like, that ain't nobody, man.
I think you're seeing the reflection. Like, right, I know exactly what you mean, because it looks like it's like she's bloated here.
No, if we keep on this line, there's one I can point out. There's one photo where I'm telling you, it looks like the gut is like.
See, here she looks.
Here, no problem here. There is one. I've seen it myself. We might be getting to it. Getting closer. Close. Come on. Don't make me look like a fool on YouTube. Come on. It's got to be in the ones before that, man. It's there. It's definitely there.
It's like the wrinkles on here.
Oh wait, no. You got the prototype figures. No, I'm talking about the blogger photos that came out.
Oh,
blogger photos. Those.
Where can I get those? From where? The
Hot
Toys
website?
Facebook
and go to Hot Toys. You can go to the Facebook page for Hot Toys. And they'll have the blogger photos up.
Let me see. Hold on. Facebook. Hold on. Let's see. Hot Toys. Yeah, I should have gotten it. Because where can I also get the what do you call it? The comparison pictures of her prototype and the final release.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, people post them all over all sorts of communities there. Let me help you with the blog photos real fast.
Yeah, so here we go.
Got them? All right.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. Now we're looking at it here. See, look how large that head is. Huge.
No, yeah, the head is definitely, because she's got very narrow shoulders. Yeah, look at that here. Her head looks huge.
And she has armor plating on the shoulders too to help it out, but it's still very noticeable.
Yeah, she's got very no shoulders at all.
Yeah.
Those pants are super tight. How do you get into this guy? Unbelievable. 6-pack with some armor. D'Lo, do you have any print in the collection?
No, I do not, but I would actually love some. I mean, I'm a big 80s guy, so I need a RoboCop and I need a Predator. No, I mean, that's getting there, but you'll see it. You'll know it when you see it. Like, I mean, keep going. Yeah, no, I think you passed it. You just
this one
went too far.
No,
keep going. No. One more. Go back one more.
This one.
One more. No, you're going too fast, man. Keep going. There it is. There it is. That's a peep out right there, bro. You know what a peep out is. That's a little pot belly. Yes.
Maybe,
I'm sorry,
like
man.
Maybe like right here a little bit, but no, not something that you're gonna be like, oh, like she looks bloated. Like, no way.
No,
I would have never
there's
noticed that.
more.
I would have never noticed that.
Listen, she is my hall pass, so I know. I would know.
God.
She is my hall
right
pass.
here.
So.
Definitely right
there
here.
It is. Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, definitely here. Yeah,
That's
here she looks like she has a belly, 100%.
But look how big the head is. I mean, this a full sculpt of the body.
Look at her face here. Look at like the looks like she's like dried up.
Her eyes look dead.
Yeah, no, she look at
staring into the abyss.
Yeah, look at the cheekbones. Are very like she looks like she like lost weight really quickly. See here a little
diet there. Yeah.
No, she's very thin. She's 100% too thin, too thin. But it's not something. See, like here, she looks fine.
Yeah, that doesn't look bad. That's a decent photo, actually.
Yeah, no, wow, that's crazy. See, here she looks great. Her face looks fine. I wonder who has the comparison. Let me see. You know what? I think I know somebody. I think I know somebody who may. Let me check real quick, because this group always has what do you call it? Always has
like comparison photos.
Comparison photos of everything.
Well, you do. I'll answer David's question. Yes, David. No, I don't have any predators. I definitely want some. I want a predator. I want an alien, and I want a RoboCop. I'm trying to get my 80 stuff all in order. Those are things I'm missing.
Yeah, that RoboCop. Which RoboCop? RoboCop 3 or?
I mean, I'm gonna get the RoboCop 3, but if I'm honest, I want the Murphy 2-pack. The Murphy RoboCop one.
That's an amazing one.
That's so good. I can't believe how old it is and how good it looks.
Yeah, it's what, like 3 years old now? 4 years old?
It's got to be longer than that. No, it was before I was collecting.
Oh, it's been that long ago? My God. Yeah, maybe you're right. Shit, 5-6 years now? Wow. Time flies.
Tell me about it.
How come I can't find this group? There we go. Got him. All right, let's see. I hope they do, because they usually have all these comparisons here. Oh, they have something I wanted to talk about as well. Yeah, this group. Oh, this group has everything. Oh my God.
Yep. Big chap. Absolutely, David. Same. I want a Ripley too, as well. Rhea Ripley.
Let me see. Come on, show me. I hope you have her. I know they do. They always have everything. Oh, here we go. I think I'm getting closer. Oh, they don't have her. Oh, man. Did you guys see that third-party Rhino, too?
Yeah, man. It looks like a beast.
Yeah, the head sculpt, though, looks very cheesy. I didn't like that at all.
But you probably have it closed the whole time, wouldn't you? I mean, that's the way I would. If I would do it that way.
That's exactly right. But still, like, you don't want something so cheesy like that.
True.
And it's probably going to be, $300 plus, at least.
Well,
maybe even.
I saw your video, man. How's the how do you like the boss, the Kingpin?
That figure's beautiful. I have it.
That looks good.
It's such a classy figure with the white. No, they don't have it, man. But I'm going back to this group because a lot of stuff. But yeah, no, the what do you call it? This group has a lot of things that I wanted to talk about today anyway, because they post a lot of they posted the blogger photos. They posted in hand photos too. Actually, let me bring this up real quick, because I think these are. Hold on, right here. Yeah, so these are in hand. She looks awesome in hand, though.
Doesn't look bad. I'm not gonna lie.
No, she looks. Look at that. She looks. I think she looks better here than she does in the blogger pictures.
Oh, definitely. I mean, everything.
I think it's the lighting that they use.
Yeah, Hot Toys blogger photos have not been that great lately, so I agree with you on that one there. But I don't know, man. I mean, I've seen a couple reviews come out already there, and this looks better than anybody's other videos or anything like that so far. I mean, this is if you're still not convinced this one's a pass, then you definitely owe it to yourself to like go to your local comic store or somewhere to see if you can see it in person if this is going to work for you. Because even this over here is swaying my opinion. Like, man, maybe I'm overjudging this here too. It's just hard to tell without having a figure in person.
I think it's the lighting. I think it's 100% the lighting. I mean, and there is a difference though from the prototype to this. 100%. You know, the face is not the prototype face, but in these pictures that we were just looking at, you know, she completely different. I think she looks, you know, it's 100% the lighting that makes her look. Let me get a close up. See? Look at that. She looks totally different. Here she looks
torn out.
She looks like she looks like she has like a lot of makeup on here. Look at the big pores. Yeah. And then here, look, completely different. Look at that. Let me see if I can get a close up on the face. Look at that.
You're just gonna have to send me one of yours, and I'll be a judge for myself.
I only ordered 2 of hers, and I ordered 2, you know, thinking that I was gonna get, you know, be able to like display her differently, and I was like, why did I get 2? So yeah, I'm getting 2. Look at this.
Yeah, it's really night and day.
Yeah, completely different figures. Here she looks. Her eyes look like they're looking, you know, down a little bit for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Look, she's looking straight ahead. The shadow in her eye, I think, is making.
It looks like they reused the Endgame sculpt. Like I feel like it's different hair, but it looks like the Endgame sculpt.
It could be.
It kind of does. Like going back and forth from the last 2 photos.
I'm looking at it right now, and it looks very similar. Absolutely, they could have just changed the hair, you know.
Not the first time they've done it. That's possible.
Oh, absolutely.
But yeah, I got to see this one in person. I mean, from the photos and the reviews that have gone out, I've been pretty confident that like this one ain't for me. But you know, leave the fabs to convince me that hey, I'm wrong, and I need to give this a second look and maybe put something on my credit card.
Yeah. No, but look at it. It's crazy because you could look at this. Again, this is a prototype. Remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
Right.
Oh, you may be right with the Endgame sculpt. Absolutely.
And it's starting to look more Endgame-ish. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Because you know, you would assume that you're getting this, you know, and then you see this, and you're like, oh wow. I mean, she looks awesome though. Either way, but the body definitely needs to be a little meatier, you know.
Yeah, maybe a little taller too, because I always find the female characters with Hot Toys always to be a lot shorter than they should be.
That's they make them shorter than the males, 100%. You know what I mean? You can't have a fucking, you know, Black Widow the size of, you know, Captain America or Thor.
You know? No, I know, but I just feel like they overdo it sometimes. They almost look like
super short
people. Yeah, they look like little people next to some of their other counterparts there.
Like next to Thanos, imagine.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man. No, she looks awesome.
She looks pretty good. I got to see it in person here, but I'm sticking with my end game until further notice.
Anyone else have iconic studios on the radar for those? I saw the Ryu figure, David, and I didn't like it. I mean, it looks cool. That body that they use, it's like a custom Fison body, and what really, you know, I can't wait until somebody really tackles, you know, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, just period, like a good company. And I saw a video, and they were showing you like how to replace the hands of the Ryu figure, and when you pop out the hand, it's got that metal peg from the Fison bodies, and that metal peg doesn't actually go into the wrist. What holds the wrist, you know, on is the friction from the plastic of the hand and the rubber on the wrist. So that's what, I didn't like that one bit. And I was like, you know what? The figure's cool, but I didn't even bother with it. And I think that was Iconic's first figure as well. I would love to get, the Ryu and Ken, combination, because Ken was my favorite. He's always been my go-to fighter on any Street Fighter video game, always. Ryu never really, but just to have them together would look amazing. But no, I didn't like. Did you see D'Lo? No.
I did see those, man, and you did wrong about Ken. It's Colonel Guile all day long, bro. I don't know why you like Ken so much.
No, I can't.
I'll wreck you. I will wreck you with Colonel Guile.
You know why? His Sonic Boom, just to be able to pull that move, constantly having to hold, the D-pad back is annoying. With Ryu or Ken, but you just constantly moving forward and doing the down to right or down to forward. That smooth control for the Hadouken, or backwards for the spinning kick, or forward again for the flying punch. It's so much easier than, and then to do the blade kick, having to hold down to then hit up. No, it's not a smooth. It's not a smooth. What do you call it? Control mechanism for me. That's why I never use them for any.
All I'm hearing is a bunch of excuses, man. Whenever you want it, bro, just say the day.
Which one do you have? Because I have for PS3, I have for PS4. And I don't think I have any. No, just for PS4, I think Street Fighter 5, I believe.
The only one I have right now is I have Marvel vs. Capcom 2. That's what I have right now.
Oh, that's different. That's not the same. Yeah, that's not the same though. Talking Street Fighter, man. You'd have to come back on and be like, I'm sorry for challenging him.
There you go. We'll stream it. You heard it here first, guys.
Oh hell yeah! That would be awesome. That would be awesome to stream that. Absolutely. Yeah. I'm definitely gonna. We definitely gotta figure that out. I recently put together a third-party kit being added to a Fight Somebody. Yeah, no, the Fight Somebodies are great. I'm not complaining about them at all. They're great for customs. They're great for certain things. But if you're gonna make a figure, right? This is your first figure. Like Hot Toys makes their own bodies for their own stuff. That's what I'm talking about. I feel, again, I don't know if they use their own body or not, but to me, it looks like a Faisen body. And the reason why I say that is because as soon as I saw them, and literally there was no tension when the guy went to remove the hand off of the body. He wasn't, because to remove any figure in general, you're gonna have to hold it from the wrist, from the forearm, and tug on the hand, right? Just because there's tension there. The guy had the figure standing and literally went with one hand like this, and he slid it off. That tells me that peg is not in the hole of the hand. I don't like that. You know what I mean? Because it looks like the only thing holding it is the friction from the plastic of the hand and the rubber on the wrist. That's it. And I don't like that. I think that's cheap. You know what I mean? It's a cheap way to go around, not to get your own body or to develop your own body. I didn't like that. And that's why I didn't even bother getting it. And I didn't pre-order it. Loving, Street Fighter and loving Ryu and the characters. I didn't even pre-order it again. I'm pretty sure it was Iconic, first figure that they came out with. So I was like, you know what? Let me see what it looks like when it comes out. I knew it wasn't going to sell out. I know it's not going to sell out, very quickly. And if it is, good for them. But if I get it eventually, maybe. But I don't think it's going to be one of these figures that are going to be like, oh my God, this is a grail. This is rare. This is, I don't think so at all. Again, because it's not like, top-notch quality. Again, for me, that body alone says it all, Let's go. And I didn't see Ken yet either, so I can't wait to see Ken. So let's go to the first announcement, to the second release of today. A lot of people are very excited about this because a lot of people missed out on the original, on the OG Mando, which is what you get with this set. And even if you don't like the blur, guess what? You get an OG Mando, and you could sell the blurg if you really don't really care for it. You know what I mean? What do you think of it?
That's a good point. No, I mean, you kind of hit it where I was kind of thinking too. Like for those people who didn't get the OG Mando, which in my opinion is my personal favorite Mando out of the two between Beskar and Durasteel. So I like that this one came back out again. Plus, I like the blurg as well. I'm not going to get this set because I have my Mando, but I'm going to get this blurg with my quill. That's the way I'm going to order mine. So I'm going to get that character instead. So that way I don't have two Mandos for no reason. But yeah, I mean, you brought up a good point. If you're not a big fan of the blurg, you can always sell that, keep the Mando. Now you have your Mando in your collection. Or if you want to create that scene where Quill is on one blurg and Mando's on the other one, there you go. So but that thing is going to be tall though. Holy cow. What's the height on that thing?
Exactly. I was saying the same thing. I'm like, this thing's going to be super tall. The height is right here. Approximately height. 37 centimeters. Oh, here it is. Product size, Mandalorian, 11 inches. Blurg is height, 14.5.
So the blurg is 14 alone. Follow what the added with the Mando there.
11,
Jeez, that is tall.
26 inches and change. Man.
Give or take there. That's tall, man. That's tall.
That's going to be super. So I think people are going to just have them standing next to each other. Because I don't know. And that base is not bad. That's okay.
That's decent. That looks like the Thanos endgame one, the battle damage one.
That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it looks like. But you know what? I think they shouldn't have done that. I think they should have just given. Oh wait, so you can take it off the base. I thought it was like a statue thing.
No.
Oh wow. So that may even make it taller if you put the base on there.
True.
Yeah, I'm definitely not using that base. I'll tell you that. I'm gonna leave it just him on the ground, and then probably Mando next to him. Because damn, that thing is humongous. That's some.
Where the Magic case comes in clutch.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly. And you got the perfect. Show everybody your new ones. They look insane.
These are the ones here. These are DF60s.
Yeah.
These are DF60s. So these are smaller out of the DF.
Right there.
Let's see if I can change my camera up. We can see more. There you go. You can see more of that now instead of me. You can see there. Oh, you see my paper towels. But you got over here the DF60 series. I got a little bit of my Justice League over here, and I got a couple of little Marvels at the top there. My Gladiator Thor and Hulk and Hela and Loki. Also, you see my Venom up there, a la Fab's raffle over there. And you can see a little bit of my old case. So this is a display case from Displays to Go, in case anybody wonders what this big one is over here. So the idea is I'm going to eventually sell this big case. And once my order comes in for Magicase, I'm going to have DF112s come in, which would be 8 of them. And it's going to go all the way up to about my ceiling almost there. So it's going to be an entire wall, just Magicase built, and all my collection is going to be in there. What you guys don't know is that like I have collections all around my house because I have so many, but I can't fit them into my room as I have it set up now. But I've already made the changes now. All I'm waiting for is to get my invoice that they're ready to be delivered. Then I'll start shuffling everything. So hopefully by the end of this year, you'll see that all my Magicase is already put together and all set up nice and clean and stuff like that. But these are the first ones that I got. And these were actually used that I found in Fort Lauderdale. So I lucked out. I got a good price on these. So, but yeah, I like them. I like how dustproof they are. I mean, it's very easy to clean them as well too. And I like, for me, I chose the DS instead of the 6 series that a lot of people do, is because I like the idea of having a little bit of height in my cases there for things like such as a Blur, such as Hulk that you see there, or Venom. I could not fit the Venom or Hulk in the case right next to me over here. So very happy with these here. I can't wait for the rest of them to come in. it's gonna look sweet. I can't wait to see what the collection looks like finally with everything in one room.
So the DF112s are going to be what? Those wide ones we were talking about, right?
Yeah, they're gonna be the wider ones there. That's like their wider version. These are the DF60s are like kind of like your typical squares there. So
and the 112s are going to be this height, right? The same as the 60s. Yeah,
they're gonna be the same height. They're just gonna be wider. They're just, or I should say, just longer across. Just longer across there.
That's crazy. No, they look beautiful, man. That looks amazing.
Thank you.
So you don't have shelves. You just have I guess risers in there.
Yeah, I got a couple of rises there. The darker Superman there, that one is on a riser right there, along with a couple of the back as well. But just to kind of give it some height so you can see everybody in there. That's not going to be the final way how it's going to all look, but I just wanted to see, because this is my first time having Mod cases, like how many I can set up in there without it looking terrible, overstuffing them. But once I get the other ones and I connect them to this here, I'm going to be able to see, how much space I have to work with, and I'm going to get creative. I might do things like backgrounds and all kinds of stuff just to kind of give it like that personal flair to it there. But yeah, the only negative I will say is that I don't like the lights. If you look at my lights on my custom display here compared to the ones that come with the Mod cases, not as bright. Just not as bright there. So
now,
other than that, it's a great system. Yeah.
For you, go real quickly. Put the camera up to the ceiling to see what the clearance is from your ceiling and what the height would be from the ground to your ceiling.
Oh wow. Okay, hold on here.
If you can, if it's a pain, don't even bother.
I can do it. I can do it.
I just want to get an idea of like how perfect. Oh wow! So you're like that. You're like dead on right there.
Yep. So that's 4 levels.
How many feet? How many feet is your from the ground to your ceiling?
I think this is just at 8. My ceilings are 9, so you can't really see it because it's a little dark there, but it's actually, you actually have about another foot above me there. So I think what I might do is I might build a platform for him here. You see, I already patched up holes.
Yes.
Room is under construction over here, so
wow, that fits perfectly in that room, man.
Yeah, all this stuff is gonna get renovated here. I gotta put my helmet somewhere else. I got some goodies here. I got my TV in the back there. Don't mind that.
No, that's awesome.
But, let's see. Hopefully, they jack up my screen here for the rest of the stream.
No, that looks awesome. That looks really
so camera's so busted now. But
no. The reason I'm asking is because, I've talked about this, a lot. The ceiling, my ceiling here. I'm gonna show you. Let me see if you guys can see it. So, wait, no, it's not gonna work. So if I do you see where that light is? That first light to the right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You see those little plastic little things hanging? Okay, so that's a drop. Okay, so you see the drop goes all the way across, right? So I want to know exactly, how many you could stack up to fit like yours fit. That's why I was asking.
Yeah.
So obviously I would have to do. You got what? How many? 4 stacked up?
I got 4. Yeah, I got 4 stacked up there.
4 that'll reach about 8 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And each one is about what? 3 feet tall?
Something like that. Yeah, I don't know the measures top of my head, but they're not small. I'll tell you that. But actually, let me bring my mic back up close to me so you can hear me in case anybody can't hear what I'm saying. What I was gonna say is that a great thing to do when it comes to Mod cases is that it's a good idea to reach out to Mod Case directly if you have questions about your measurements. If you're not a very savvy guy when it comes to like construction and doing like DIY things around your house, take some measurements, tell them what size room that you have. And I actually got to speak to Brian, the owner of Mod Case. Very helpful, helped me figure it all out there. And also, yeah, good point as well, Jedi. Definitely measure the distance as well too. Because you need a little bit of slack so you have room for your cables, your lights, and everything, etc. there. And I imagine I'm going to need more when I get the whole setup there, because I'm not going back there. Once it's in place, I'm not going back there. So I want to make sure I got everything set up there. I'm going to future-proof this thing. USB cables in case I want to put lightsabers or whatever I dream of doing there. I'm with you on that one, Jedi. Good call.
And Graham He's a pro at that too. He's I think he grew up with the owner of Maju Cases because they're best friends. So no, I'm just kidding. But he knows he deals with him a lot. And,
Tell him to put a rush on my order. I'm waiting. I'm excited.
No, he actually had him give a raffle through his channel. He actually allowed him to do a raffle, I think. So he knows him very well. May I inquire the cost of the case with shipping? Sorry, I missed this. How much for shipping and cost?
What, for my glass display behind me or the Maju cases?
No, the Maju case. The Maju case.
Oh, well, these right here, these I found locally in Fort Lauderdale. So about 4 hours away from me. So someone put it up in one of the BST groups. I think I'm the first person ever to buy Maju case used. I've never seen this before. So when I saw someone was selling and it was in Florida, I immediately got on the horn with this person, negotiated the fastest I've ever negotiated, gave him the money. I rented a pickup truck and I drove 4 hours to Fort Lauderdale and 4 hours back same day to pick up these bad boys here. So, but for my order, the one that I did, I revised it because once I got these in hand, I knew I was going to want to double my order there. So I think mine came out to somewhere around, I think I'm on the hook for about $2,400 for my 8 DF120s that are coming in. But shipping, don't know yet. You don't get a code until it's ready to ship. Right. You know that part can change at any time. So I hope to answer some of your question there. But I mean, I would say if you're thinking about doing this, don't do a test out. Just get the whole thing because the wait is too long. If you love them and then suddenly you want to get more, good luck, man. You're back of the line there, man. So just get what you need and get out. That's it.
No, it's true. That I hear a lot. And somebody I forget who sent me these. Those homemade ones that you go to Home Depot and you get those shelves and it's like 5 shelves and you know they're wide open, but you got to seal them. I'm like, they're super cheap, and then all you got to do is you mess with them yourself. You put the lighting on, you get the plexiglass, and you put it on yourself. I mean, it sounds like you a pain to make them, but compared to price difference, it comes out one. Making them is or getting however many you need. I think the guy had, I think it was 2 or 3. I forget who it was. Let me see if I could give you the exact name.
I know you're telling. There's a guy who's dedicated to doing tutorials on how to make your own cases and stuff. That does a really nice job.
He's been telling
I wish he was around when Daniel
I was ordering it. Puncture Boy on Instagram. Daniel Puncture Boy. And he's made, actually, let me see if I have the picture. He gave me his whole layout on it. Hold on. See, so he made this by himself. This is all custom made, and he actually removed a shelf on top. He said it was 4, but he removed 1. So he made that himself, which is insane. The lighting is great, and he sealed it with plexiglass. He had the plexiglass cut and all that stuff. So he said it's a lot cheaper. He goes, if I would have went with the Maju cases, I would have spent over $2,000. He goes, with these, it was only $700 per shelf, with the lighting and the plexiglass and all that stuff. I was like, wow, that's
a great option too, man. That's a great option. But the only thing is compared to, I think the guy's name who started this whole trend of building your own, I think his name was Costa, maybe. I think they referred to him as. I don't remember his actual name. But I saw Posing with Peter up here. Yeah, he copied his way of doing it there. I'm not handy like that guy. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm not handy, and that is. And I'm also I don't got time to build stuff. I got soccer games. I got appointments with clients. I got all kinds of stuff. So, hey, sometimes, time is money for me. So, I mean, I'm not saying I got it like that, but if it came down to it, I'm going to pay somebody. I mean, if I can pay somebody to do that for me and have it delivered, I'd do that. But I don't know anybody who can do that for me here.
And I told him the same thing. I said, I wish you would make him for me. I don't know where he's located, but I would absolutely, because not only are they, that big and easy to make and easy to put together, but not easy, super simple, but easy, to a certain extent. And the fact that they're adjustable. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
They're adjustable, which is like the coolest thing because you could really, have two shelves a certain size, then make one a little bit bigger, then make one the other one a
Yeah,
little bit,
absolutely.
and that's cool to have, to have that option because figures don't all come the same size. You know what I mean?
Good
So
point. Yeah.
it's cool to be able to have that option. So that's why I was really into that.
No, if you
And
can build it, go for it. I would do it too. If I had the abilities to do it, I would do it as well too. But I'm just not the handy, so
that's
I'm
the
stuck
thing.
paying the big bill.
That's
Stuck paying the big
exactly.
bill.
Yeah, if I had, same with you, if I had the time to do that, if I was handy to do that, these people, they're very artistic when it comes to that stuff. They're very
Yeah.
capable and able to do things like that. I've never been, I'd rather just pay for it. It's done. It's there. Boom,
Right. And the way I say it too is if you don't already own the tools that you need to do a project like that, by the time you buy the tools you need, you're already paying the Module Case price anyways. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because that's only factoring materials that he needs to build a case. If you don't have the tools, man, I don't know the last time you guys been to a Home Depot and priced out one of these like tools that they're using. It ain't $100. It ain't $100. It ain't $50 for this here. You're gonna spend like $300-$400 on one tool to do one piece of that project. So if you got them, great. I recommend you do it. If you don't have them, you're gonna wind up paying with all the costs and equipment. It's gonna cost you the same as a Module Case. Just get a Module Case. Call it a day.
Yeah, so that's the thing, and another thing, that he brought up was when he put the plexiglass, they're completely not, dust proof yet. He said he has to tape them up properly too. So it gets tedious, I guess, to a certain extent. You know what I mean? You have to figure out your little ways here and there to make sure they're 100%. Once you get the module case, it's all ready to go. You know what I mean?
That's
so
it.
I guess you're paying for all that.
Yep.
But this thing is beautiful. Quill also comes with or without the blurg. Hot Toys was very smart with this. It was either you get the blurg alone or you get it with this. They didn't just reissue the what do you call it, the OG Mando by itself, which doesn't mean they're never gonna. But it was smart. And again, a lot of people who missed out on it. I know Flavio. He definitely is dying for this figure, and I don't know if he got this. I don't think he got this because he's like, oh, I don't like the blurg. But I'm like, that's the only way you're gonna get the OG Mando if you get the blurg. He's like, yeah, but it's too expensive. So it's gonna suck either way. I actually have 2 of these on pre-order.
Dang.
So yeah, I'm getting 2 of these.
You're getting 2 of the Mandos with the blurg. What about Quill? Are you just gonna get Quill by himself?
Quill,
or are you gonna get him with the blurg too?
No, I think Quill. I definitely ordered Quill with the blurg as well, but I think that I'm not sure if I ordered 1 or 2 of the Quill with the blurg. I order everything, deluxe. I never just get the one. Because even if let's say for example, I ordered 2 of these, I'm not gonna open the second box to take the blurg out of it to use it with Quill by himself. You know what I mean?
Right. That's why I was asking, like, how many Quills did you order?
I wouldn't do that. I think I ordered either 1 or 2 with the blurg as well, just so they could have their own separate boxes. But But these I ordered 2 of these. But these things are amazing, man. I mean, these things are ugly as hell, but they look awesome. It looks like
they look good, man.
It looks like an angry sperm cell with legs. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy.
They need to start showing that to kids in school.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna put this in their books.
But you know what? I like this blurg more than anything else, though. Like, I like because it's not another Mando, it's not another Trooper, it's not another Jedi. These are like the unique pieces in Star Wars that are so appealing. Like we had the droid pack that came out, right? Announced recently. We got a blurg. I mean, all these other parts of the Star Wars kind of like universe here, like that doesn't get touched on. I like that we're getting these little smaller pieces as well too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's the cool. It's like vehicles. You know what I mean? Like we're getting vehicles, which is fun. It's different. We're not getting the same stuff over and over and over. We're getting little things here and there, and that's why that's what makes it interesting when it comes to speaking on them making like the N1 Starfighter or the what do you call it? the Mando, not the Mando, but what's the other one?
You're talking about the Anakin one as well too.
Yes.
Yeah.
I forget the name, but it's like it makes it trick because it's like they're making vehicles. Okay, they're making vehicles. The ones that they're with the clones as well. Did you see those? Those really cool looking bikes.
Oh, they look sick. They look sick. I like those a lot.
Right. So they're making vehicles, but again, to go the 1/6 scale route with those massive vehicles, I don't know about that. And can they do it? Absolutely. Have they done it?
I'm gonna tell you, you and I talked about this the last time I was on your show, and I agreed with you there. But something happened 24, 48 hours ago that changed my thinking about this here. And again, speculation. I don't know nothing. I don't know Howard Chan. I never met the guy. But I'm saying to myself, the Queen Studio in our event went off in Vegas, I think 2 days ago, right?
Yeah.
The consensus is for most people that I spoke to, they're super excited about it. They're super, super excited about it here. After that event and how well it went down, I would not be surprised if Hot Toys goes into its bag and pulls out something nasty, something that they've either teased before, or they've never teased before, or we never seen, and it's just like, here you go, and we're like, damn, that is, you know what I mean? I feel we're gonna get something very hot. No pun intended.
I don't know about that because what would happen? See, if Hot Toys decided to go that route and do that, right? What does that come off as? They're threatened by this little convention that InArt has.
No, it's called a power move. It's a power move.
No, yes, to destroy them.
This is a hold my beer moment here, Fabs. This is what that is. They said
correct. Yes, you can look at it either way. You can look at it as, they came out to try to crush InArt, or they came out because they want to take away the focus away from InArt. Absolutely,
right.
Sure. But I don't, I think that Hot Toys doesn't care. You know what I mean? I don't think they care. And people could sit there and go, well, they've after the whole Vulture thing, they came out and teased theirs because they were, blah, blah. I think just maybe here and there, but I don't think they do it constantly as of like, I don't know. That's just how I think. I don't think they're afraid. I don't think they care. I don't think they're bothered by it. I don't think, you know what I mean? I think it's just, they're just going to let them live.
I mean, we don't know because they don't tell us, right? They never communicate with us. So it's hard to say what they're feeling. But I will say this here. I mean, when it comes to like the game of business, when it comes to this hobby here, like Hot Toys has been known to like kind of like pull out the stops when they feel like someone's like on their turf. You know what I mean? Like the whole Jazz Inc. situation with them, and I think it was like what the new Batman movie came out when they were trying to do their Batmobile. Like I don't know all the details there, but I remember Jost or whatever his name is. He was pretty upset with them. So I think it's not a like we just don't like Jazz Inc. I think it's like anybody who like threatens their foothold on the game, like that's when okay. Now we're going to show you why we've been the champ for so long. That's just me. I think Hot Toys for everything that we say about Hot Toys always has a rebuttal. Like it may not be the N1 Starfighter ship, maybe not, but I can see them pulling something out that either we've been talking about, we wanted for years, and it's like, okay, here you go. We had this waiting this whole time. We just we just decided, no coincidence, we just want to drop it today.
We're waiting for the right moment. Yeah.
Exactly. It seems like
you could be 100% right. And the worst part about that, your comment is, when they come out with something like that, 100% of the time steals the spotlight from everybody else because everybody wants a Hot Toy. Everybody, if there was no other company, okay, everybody was just constantly waiting for Hot Toys, no matter what. Just wait.
That's a fact.
You gotta wait.
That's a fact.
So I think people hype up different companies when Hot Toys slacks and doesn't give them what they want. But the moment that Hot Toys gives you what you want, suddenly nobody else exists.
No, it's very true. It's very true. I mean, it's just one of those things that, like, as much as we're excited about all these other third-party companies and what InArt's doing with the Warner Brothers license for all their stuff, at the end of the day, it's Hot Toys is the standard. So,
Yeah.
like I said, until we get them in hand, we don't know if we're gonna like it. I mean, the innovation there that I've seen in the Joker, that looks really good, but I'm not gonna know until I get it in person. I may not like it. It may be fragile. Who knows?
Right.
But I think it's like you would be silly to doubt Hot Toys would have an answer for something like that there.
Of course.
I'm gonna go out and say that we're gonna get I'm gonna call out. We're gonna get a 1/6 Millennial Falcon. Whole damn thing. That's what we're gonna get.
No
I'm
way.
Just no, I know we're not gonna get that. But it could be something cool. It could be something cool like that. Oh, no, I got it. How about this one? How about we get a 1/6 Jabba the Hutt?
That I see that. Anything. Oh no, I see that before a vehicle, absolutely, and that thing would be massive as well because the sideshow one. Did you see the sideshow one?
Of course, yeah.
That thing is insane. That thing is ridiculous, and so that I would see that. I would see that before a vehicle, absolutely. Of course, yeah. That's just because. Who was I talking to about? Oh, I was talking to actually Graham. Graham, thanks for stopping by. I was talking to him yesterday actually about it, and he was talking about, we were talking about the whole InArt situation and the Joker and blah blah blah. So there is no way that Hot Toys is going to make, DX19, and name it, trilogy. That they're making a Batman Begins and name it trilogy, a Catwoman, make it trilogy, and they're not going to give you Bane, they're not going to give you Joker, they're not going, you know what I mean? It's impossible. So
that's all true.
It's coming 1,000%. It's just they, like Dilo said earlier, they got a lot of stuff coming on, coming out, a lot of announcements, a lot of releases. So is it coming? Absolutely. Are you in a rush to get a Joker? There's your InArt. But Hot Toys is coming, and I have a feeling that we're going to get multiple Jokers, believe it or not. I think we're going to get different variations of Joker. I think we may get a nurse Joker.
Yes.
I think it's about that. Oh, absolutely. I think people have been asking for that for a long time. Bank robber Joker, okay. Regular Joker with the purple coat, okay. Like, we get it. But, like, I think it's time for a new Joker, at this point. And I think, we may even get a DX because, so far, the DX19, obviously a DX. I don't know if you guys know in the chat. I don't remember because I have two of the Batman Begin Batmans on pre-order. Again, I don't know if they're DXs as well. I don't know if the Catwoman is a DX, but I can guarantee you the Joker's going to be a DX, and hopefully we get she's not, right?
She's not. No, she's not.
Yeah. So I didn't know. So I would assume that the Joker's going to be another DX, and hopefully we get a 2-pack with the nurse and with whichever other version they decide to come out with.
That would be exactly what Hot Toys would be a move they would do right there. You just said it right there. A 2-pack
to kill their 2-pack.
Yeah, because not only is it like, yes, I mean, you got a 2-pack, but it's basically the same Joker, just with a jacket off and his vest. But no, we're gonna give you that Joker, which you can play around with and take the coat if you really want that scene, and we'll give you the nurse Joker that no one's ever put out, because no one's ever put it out in 1/6, as far as I'm aware. So, and then you throw in this thing. Let's say it's going to be around like $600 or whatever the going rate for a 2-pack is for Hot Toys, $600, something like that. You mean to tell me that there won't be a bunch of cancellations for InArt's Joker 2-pack if they can get that one instead?
Of course, absolutely. Yeah, but they have to do it like now. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because that.
Hey man,
obviously,
it's only Monday. It's only Monday. There's plenty of time to make that announcement. Let it breathe a little bit. Let them sweat. I say by Wednesday we'll get an announcement of something new.
Can you imagine? I don't think InArt will take any business away from Hot. No, they're not.
No, you're right.
And people will. Hey, what were you gonna say?
What I was gonna say is there's a lot of people that I think reached on that InArt. Like $1,000 is a lot of money for a 2-pack. I mean, that's a hard pill to swallow for a lot of people.
Rooted here,
right? The rooted one, right? Because that's the pinnacle, right? That's the pinnacle of what they're offering. That's the Mac Daddy of what they're offering for this Joker.
That's their thing. Yep, the rooted.
But I think when it comes to, we don't know what the numbers are going to be for InArt when the final tallies come out for everybody getting theirs, how much they're going to push out. But you're right, the price point is going to automatically scare away people because that's just too rich for some people. And some people, like I said, may just go to like a 2-pack or a 3.0 Joker and say that I'm good with that. But the point what I'm trying to make here is just that I think with the InArt situation, getting as much public excitement built over that there, Hot Toys is still going to consider that because they're not lowballing them. They're not lower than Hot Toys, but yet people seem to really be interested in this InArt and they seem to be buying them, quite a few of them. So I'm just saying, I think InArt kind of lit a fire underneath Hot Toys, and I think we're going to see something exciting coming real soon.
Yeah, no, I think the same. I don't think they're going to take business away, but what's happening is, everybody loves the Joker, right? So that was their number one smart move to make their first figure a Joker. Of course, it's going to cause attention. It's going to grab people's attention. It's going to cause hype because everybody, a lot of people would love a Hot Toys Joker. Well, Hot Toys hasn't made one, a new one at least. The ones that are on sale on eBay and stuff like that are super expensive. Okay, so what are they going to do? Wait for Hot Toys or jump on InArt? Another thing, and we were supposed to get into this, this whole conversation a little bit later, and we still will. But like you mentioned, their price point is ridiculous. And you could say, well, they're licensed. Yeah, they're licensed overseas. You know what I mean? They're licensed overseas, but they're selling mostly in North America. A lot of people from here are the ones buying those Jokers. So to have, to justify those prices doesn't make sense because you have somebody like Hot Toys licensed worldwide for cheaper than that. So what is the justification on? Can't say better quality. What's so much better than Hot Toys? What are they using that Hot Toys doesn't use? Besides the rooted hair, which is the only thing that InArt has on Hot Toys, and with that, they're killing you for ordering that. They're killing you for ordering a head sculpt with rooted hair, killing you. So if your justification is, well, they come rooted, they're taking your money. 100% they're going to take your money. Another thing that was happening with that was, I want to save this for later because it's gonna
I can see yourself getting worked up, man. Let's keep it on track. We'll get there.
It's gonna get real deep, so that's why it's a big deal what I have to say, and it's very important for you guys to to really see it and understand what's happening. So that's why I wanted to hold it. But Steve Blake, I'm going back to your question, to your comment in a little bit. InArt's going to have their business, and any company that comes out, as long as you make a good product, it doesn't matter. There's plenty to go. There's plenty of money to go around for everybody. No third party company would be in business right now if nobody bought anything. People like to collect. People like to buy stuff, especially if you come out with something new, something different, something that no other company has given you before. Absolutely, you're gonna get business. How about a 2.0? Yeah, that's coming too. That's another one. So they're in my opinion, they're redoing the entire line again. Renamed, relabeled. Dark Knight Trilogy, and that's where you're going to get your next Joker. That's where you're getting your Catwoman. That's where you're getting, you know, all that stuff. Pass order the sculpted. Yeah, I ordered 2 double packs of sculpted hair. I am not paying $1,000 for rooted nothing. That's not something I go for. Did you order the in art at all, D-Lo? No?
I did. I only got the 1 sculpted. That's it. I didn't even go splurge for the 2. Okay. Because again, I don't know in arts yet. I mean, at the time when we all got this, you know, opportunity to pre-order, it was supposed to be limited this X number. So I felt like I kind of was like forced to pull the trigger if I didn't want to miss out, because I wanted another Joker. I wanted. Right. I mean, the DX has really showed its age, and I sold it about maybe a year and a half ago. So I really wanted another Joker because I knew my DX19 would eventually arrive at some point when this was announced. So I was like, you know what? I need a Joker to go with that DX19. I don't know if I want the rooted hair. I don't know if I want the 2-pack. Let me just get the sculpted. And I saw the prototype and I saw the video, and you know what? I'm very happy with my purchase, and I feel comfortable with what I paid for it there. In the future, if you know they decide to do something else that's interesting to me, then I may spend more money just because I know more about the company and the quality. But for a first-time risky purchase, not knowing a single thing other than they were a statue company beforehand, and they weren't even the #1 statue company, in my opinions, you know, that was a very expensive gamble. So I stuck with just the 1 sculpted. And hey, if the other ones turned out to be grails and all stuff, and I got the basic ones, so be it. But yeah, listen, I wasn't gonna be all in. I wasn't gonna be all in on something I don't know.
That's very smart. Yeah, no, and the only reason why I bought 2, you know, the 2 double packs was because my assumption was it's something new. They're not going to make as many as a hot toy, so it's going to have its rarity, you know, to a certain extent. But we're going to find out, you know, how it turns out. That's all we can do is just wait. No, it's coming. It's coming, David. Don't worry about that. And where is it? Peyton, I don't treat rooted hair like I don't get rooted hair. If Hot Toys comes out with it, literally, I could show you every figure that ever came out with rooted hair. I take it out of the box. I don't play with the hair. I don't put hair products on it like people do. I don't do anything like that at all. I just take it out. Wonder Woman, whatever it is, I just leave it as is. I don't bother with hair. William, what's up, man? I bet if he doesn't know how to take care of hair, that's what this guy. Unbelievable. Get out your 160. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I don't bother with that. I don't bother with that stuff. Jake, what's up? I'm so disappointed with Inner. Why would they use TW? Well, not yet, Jake.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned, Jake. You found the right stream, buddy. You found the right stream. Stay tuned.
Wait, Jake. Wait. Comb. Yeah, exactly. So so here we got the announcement, the latest announcement. This thing is beautiful. Okay, I have Echo. I ended up buying 3 Echoes. Don't ask me why. I figured, you know, it has like 50 different hands to put on, so I was like, I'm going to display each one. Big mistake, because I'm running out of room. So I just opened one. The thing is, I'm telling you, the thing is amazing. The head sculpt is ridiculous. I love anything gray. My favorite color is gray. My walls down here are gray. My floor down here is gray. I love gray, especially this gray, this dark charcoal
like
gray.
Gunmetal.
Yes, like this is like my color. This suit, this outfit looks badass. This armor looks badass. You know, you got the red to pop. The helmets are probably the coolest helmets I've ever seen. Just beautiful, beautiful figure all around. Are you planning on getting these at all? And what did you think when you saw this?
Oh, number one, I'm getting every one of them, like hands down. Every one of these is coming home for sure. I'm waiting on Echo to come in stock at Sideshow, because I got some points and I got a coupon that I can use when it comes in stock. So I'm gonna wait. Yep. Save a little cha-ching on that there. But this Crosshair, I was super happy to see this, not only because he's a really cool looking figure and a cool looking character, but that's almost enough confirmation for me to go ahead and start getting ready to buy everybody. You know, Hunter, that's already been announced. Now Crosshair, Tech is eventually going to come. Wrecker as well too. I mean, that's a really cool team. I love them in the final season of Clone Wars. The show, it was okay, but the Clone Wars, they were ridiculously cool. So all that being said, I am so happy with this new Crosshair. I mean, the details on this is incredible. I love the head sculpt. I love the head sculpt. Some people say he doesn't look enough like Tamara Morrison. In the show, he didn't look like the other clones of Tamara Morrison. So I like the way it is, and I love the detail with the toothpick on it there. I think that's such a cool pick to have there for his character. Yeah, man. I mean, he's the coolest looking one in my opinion. And the next one cool after that is the Wreck, which is not Wreck, Tech, the techie one of the group there. Love him. But the helmet's incredible. The color scheme, I agree with you. That gunmetal charcoal gray looks sick. That sniper rifle, new weapon, I'm all for that. I want that. And the fact that it actually goes on the backpack as well too, sick stuff right there. So, yeah, I mean, I'm getting every single one of these. I'm just glad that he officially came out because he's been teased, and I was worried we were gonna get Echo and Hunter and be stuck for a long time, hoping that we make these guys. But when they made Crosshair, I knew for sure they were gonna be Hot Toys was gonna be all in, and they're gonna give us all the members of the team. So, yeah, I mean, sign me up. I might actually buy two like you on this one because I like this one too much.
I have to show you something which I thought was super incredibly cool. So this is Hunter right here, right?
Mm-hmm. That's Hunter.
So let me show you something that I didn't expect at all. So number one, look at the helmet. Super badass helmet, right? Now the coolest thing, I don't know if you guys saw. I have it in hand, so I saw this. You see, there's a space right in here. This is how critical Hot Toys goes with their stuff. Okay, I would have never thought anything of this. So the back, obviously, you notice the back of his helmet, of his head, has this piece here. Right. Well, when you get his regular helmet, it comes with that piece already inside of it, because if you take the head sculpt off, you're going to have that piece, this piece right here, attached to it.
Right.
To make it look like, more realistic, they have you remove that out of the helmet. That piece in the back,
look at that,
comes out like this here, comes out of the helmet to give it that space that's right here. I thought that was the coolest thing. Because, again, I would have never said, oh, they didn't take this piece out. I would have never cared. I would have never thought about it.
Right.
But
I was worried about that, though. Yeah, I was worried about that because I didn't know how this was going to work, because you see the head sculpt, you see the helmet, and you see that that part of his head sculpt has that antenna thing on there. And I'm thinking to myself, how am I going to get this on the figure? And like, if I got to do it that way, I'm definitely going to mess this thing up. The paint's going to get scrubbed or something like that.
You were going to slide the helmet right on.
I thought it was going to come off and like kind of pop on or something like that, just because you had that piece around his ears. But you explain that makes me feel a million times better there, because I didn't know that piece was going to come off and it was going to be a helmet separately and a head sculpt. That's way better.
The innovation of just thinking, just having the thought of, we have to be able to remove this back piece here so it looks like, his helmet is actually off, because obviously when he puts it on, then you have, the back. Then you have his piece that's already attached to his head already in the – when I saw that, I was like, that is ridiculous. That was the coolest part of that figure to me. Obviously besides the accessories and stuff. But here, this head sculpt, and another thing that you mentioned, which I didn't even know because I never watched the Clone Wars. These figures – so as soon as I got Echo, I took it out, whatever. I have him on my Clone Wars shelf, not even knowing that they appeared on the show. But the look,
are you serious?
I swear, and the look of the armor and the suit just goes so well with the Clone Wars figures. And I was like, so right now he's right next to Anakin. And I'm like, wow, this looks fucking really good right now. Not knowing what you mentioned at all. So
yeah, that's crazy. You knew to put it there. That's crazy. You knew to put it there.
Yeah, it just naturally went there, and I was like, oh, they look perfect. And I had no idea that they were even on the Clone Wars at all. I just thought they had their own show.
They're basically clones that didn't come out of the oven as good as the other ones, and that's why a la the Bad Batch they call themselves.
Right.
So
yeah, no, I watched the first 2 to 3 episodes of the Bad Batch, and then
look at that photo right there. Can you go back one more?
This is insane.
Look at that right there. I just love that there. I mean, he looks so big. It's big. It's menacing. The sniper rifle looks gorgeous, and you can disassemble that rifle from what I can see from some of the photos.
2 pieces.
And look at that helmet. That helmet with the tubes going down like that there with the visor antenna, and he's got his. Look at the detail. He has a painted tattoo of a bullseye right in his helmet. Yep. And ironically, when you take off his helmet, he has the same tattoo. That's just gorgeous looking. Gorgeous.
No, I'm telling you, it's crazy. And I think, what makes these figures really, really stand out is their helmets. Because their helmets are so different. You know what I mean? They're so different.
Mm-hmm.
But this head sculpt, it's beautiful. This thing is beautiful. And like you said, this thing here, this scar or tattoo or whatever the hell it is, the fact that they even put that, I mean, obviously it's part of the thing, but it looks amazing. It looks incredible, in my opinion. It looks so good. And the toothpick, just such a badass thing to add to it. Look at that. The backpacks are sick. Look, you could put the, I didn't even notice this. You could put the gun in the back. I had no idea. I didn't even notice
Coming
that.
Back.
What happened? Oh, you lost connection.
There you go, man. And you froze on my screen for a second there. I don't know if I got disconnected. You did.
Oh, I thought it was you. But I didn't know that this thing could go in the backpack. I had no idea.
Yeah. I mean, that's the sniper rifle broken down to a smaller piece there. So it's a rifle, but it's also a sniper rifle. I don't remember that from the show, but I think that's cool because if you want to pull off that pose over there and not have to put the accessories back in the box and then have to take them out later, that's nice. That's a nice little touch.
Yeah, because I noticed that it's 2 attachments. You make you got a shorter one and a longer one, and if you want to display it like this, you got the pistol right here. You have him holding the helmet, but this is sick, man. Yeah, let me see if I could see the 2 attachments. Yeah, see, here it is. So you got one here, and then you got the long one here.
Mm-hmm.
So either way, even if you want to get that backpack look, you still gotta put the attachments away in the box somewhere, or have them hold it, or put it near the base or something.
That's the coolest rifle they've ever made in Star Wars. I mean, that's cool how the way it breaks down.
That's
so good. Now,
so
question: are you going to display them with the helmets on when you get them all?
No, so I think that was another reason why I bought 3. I wanted to display, with different attachments for specifically for Echo and his forearm, the different attachments that he has, and I wanted to display one with the helmet and one without, because I think it's a waste to display, to not display these head sculpts. So again, because I'm running out of room already, I just have Echo with the head sculpt on, holding the helmet. And holding the helmet's on the base. He's holding the pistol, and I think he's holding something else. I forget what else he comes with. But yeah, I'm not displaying them with the helmet, but the helmet, I think it just such a completely different look, and so I think it's a better look with the helmets if you have them all together helmeted. But as just as the character with the head sculpt on, I think they look really, really nice too. So it's tough for me,
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this: what do you think about the price point? Because we've got 3 announcements of 3 different members from the Bad Batch, and all their prices are they're weirdly all different.
This was $271. What was Echo? Echo was
like $280, $285.
Well, $285. I understand it. And I'm going to tell you why. So Echo is more expensive. Just look at the detail in his head sculpt. That alone.
I'm not.
That alone is
what he comes with. what he comes with, that's serious
the
business.
accessories as
No
well.
argument.
Correct. And the accessories, the amount of accessories as well. And let's go to Hunter. Hunter is
He's right
250,
there.
which is probably the most basic one. 2 guns, a knife. Yeah, probably the most basic one. There's not much to them. I think out of them so far,
Yeah.
this is like the worst helmet out of all of them. Even though it's cool as hell and I love it, I think this is probably the most basic helmet out of all.
It is a little bit more basic. I agree with that.
So maybe that's why. And even his suit, they're all pretty similar, but this suit is more blah than I think the other two.
Yeah.
No, this is no statue.
But it's just kind of interesting. Like they all come with head
yeah.
sculpts, and but yet they're like about almost a $35 difference between the least expensive and the most expensive one.
Yeah. See, like this is too. This is. I mean, this I guess we're paying for the gun. We're paying for the nicer designed helmet. We're paying for this piece right here, 100%. But yeah, no, Echo comes with the most stuff.
I think Wrecker's going to be the most expensive one because he's going to be on a different body.
He's massive.
Everybody else. He's massive. He's like Professor Hulk. They're going to use that body on him or something like that.
You think that big?
I mean, he's pretty big compared to the rest of the team in the show. So
you know what I thought? Maybe they would use what is it? The Thor body, maybe.
Thor? No way.
Bigger
Thor's
than that?
way too small. He's bigger than that.
All right, so maybe. I hope they don't go that big.
You got to find the prototype they showed in the show, man. They showed them recently. I mean, don't do it now, but like for your own research there, look it up because he looks like he's a lot bigger. Ooh, you know what? No, I got it. Heavy Mando. That's the body they'll use.
Heavy Mando. Yes.
That would be the one to use.
Yes, that makes sense 100%. Yeah, because Hulk is way too big. Oh my god.
Yeah,
and I think that
right.
would go the entire scale.
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, it's TV. I mean, cartoons to actual people. They'll probably use Heavy Mando's body or something.
Yeah,
like
Heavy Mando. And the fact that it's already a trooper. To an extent, I think it'll be easier for them to transfer that to that body.
Yeah,
I like
that makes more sense.
My guess probably 295-ish.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's get to the new. Let me see. This is what you guys have been waiting for. Let me see some comments. Records almost a full. Yeah. It's a big guy. Kilts. Records one. Ooh, bigger. William with the measurements. He's bigger than half a Mando. Bigger than half a Mando. Oh, than Heavy Mando probably meant. Yeah, but I don't think they're gonna transfer that 100% because forget it. It's gonna be. Then you're gonna have to figure out where to put them. Hold on. Let me stop sharing the screen. All right, guys. We're gonna get into some. Hold on. Come on. Why are you frozen? There we go. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's see, guys. Why is this not letting me get the hell out of here? Okay. Here we go. There we go. All righty. All right. Who was the one who asked the question before? Steve? Steve. All right, Steve. I hope you're still in here. Okay. Let's go back to your question. So, back to this group because they got all the good stuff. Okay, here we go. All right, so here's one picture. So again, I don't know if this is true or not. I don't know if this is a real image. I don't know, but I'm going to assume so. Okay, so here we go. So your question, I don't think we'll take any business away from Hot Toys because of the price point. So again, like I was saying, this is for, people who are looking to collect something besides Hot Toys. Okay, I think that's number one. They're very expensive compared to Hot Toys, for no reason at all. Okay, they haven't established their name in the 1/6 scale community. Their thing is rooted hair as of now. The reason why I think the rooted hair is a big deal is because of the fact that they're using the name Viper, okay? The name Viper to use it as an excuse for people, because people know Viper's work, okay? They know that people who are into this whole rooting stuff are going to be very well aware of Viper's work. And the moment you mention something like, a person's name who is well established in the rooting hair community, it's going to be automatically attractive to those people, okay? Which is what one of those high points was in the very beginning when this came out. It was, oh, Viper's doing the hair. And you guys could go back to, the previous streams that I did with other people in the past. And from the get-go, I knew something was fishy. It just didn't make sense. So then it comes out that Viper was not doing any of the head sculpts. He was only overseeing the project. Okay? What does that mean? I have no idea. So what they try to make you believe was that this one guy was going to be sitting in the factory, staring at people's work, rooting these hairs, going, oh, no, this is wrong. Oh, no, you got to do this again. Oh, no, you got to fix this. Oh, no, okay, this one's good. Okay, let's go to the next. So overseeing a project means absolutely nothing if the guy's not doing it. Obviously, he's not going to do thousands of head sculpts or rooting head sculpts for a company, okay? So that's number one. They attached somebody's name to their work, okay? So that's number one. So this picture, I don't know. Again, this is rooted here. This is sculpted here. I don't know what his eyes look white here. I don't know if this was, photoshopped to make it look bad. I don't know. They look completely different. So that's number one, okay? Then we're going to have pictures of the actual Joker that came out. So let's start with something like this, okay? Oh, wait, that's not what I meant to do. So look at these pictures, okay? I wish I could make this image bigger, but you can't. Okay, so look at these. I think the
blogger photo's below. I think the post is so below. It was somewhere there. There, right there. Stop.
So
there you go.
Again, so here you go. Here's your rooted. No, but the reason why I went back because look how horrible this looks. Look at this. This is horrible. Okay. Now you go to the actual picture that was taken from there, the Encore event at Vegas a couple days ago, and you see this, right? The hair, great. I'm not going to complain about the hair. The hair looks awesome, right? But is this head sculpt really that much better than Hot Toys? I don't think so. I don't think so at all. There are people who, oh my God, this is great, this is amazing, and that's fine. If you like it, you like it. But in my opinion, this is look at the paint here. This looks crappy. This does not look any better than Hot Toys whatsoever. Okay? This looks more of a toy than it does something that Hot Toys has made in the past. Again, in my opinion. What do you think about this?
Well, I mean, with the Joker, I mean, I'm gonna have to honestly, respectfully disagree on this one here. I do like this Joker with the rooted hair. I think it lends to some realism to the figure there. Uh, I think, yeah, you see that one right there you just passed? That one doesn't look that great to me. Like these ones here, the ones that the prisoner Joker, or whatever you want to nickname him there. I don't think that one's so good, but I think the trench coat one looks a lot better. Yeah, see, that's a lot more menacing. It's got that hunch to it there.
So, right. So here he looks really good. But again, is this that much better than Hot Toys? I don't think so. That's what I'm getting at. I'm not saying it's, this picture compared to this, night and day.
But you know what? I think this is the $1,000 question. I think, and Jake just hit it right here. Jake says it's not worth $1,000, and that's the question we need to answer.
Exactly.
Is this worth $1,000? I would say no. I would say no, it's not. And I think that's the big takeaway there. It looks good. I'm not gonna knock it there. I mean, I got to see some of the innovation that was done. Magnetizing hands. So I think that's really cool features. That's definitely taking 1/6 to the next level and stuff like that there. But how much does that innovation really cost to do? It's more quality of life stuff there. And I think what it comes down to here is if you had a choice between a Hot Toy 3.0, right? And this right here, is this still worth $1,000? And I think that's where the disconnect is with everybody. I think I don't like this as much as I would like a Hot Toy, because I don't like it because it's $1,000, not because it's not a good sculpt. Does that make sense?
No, and it's not worth $1,000 to you to have that in your collection. Correct. No, and there's nothing wrong with that. But again, I personally don't think, not even money wise. You know what I mean? Not even money wise. I just don't think that this is that much better. Just in general, forget the money. Even if this was priced, Hot Toys, $290, $300, I don't think that this is that much better. This right here looks like a Hot Toy right here.
Yeah, for sure.
This looks just like a Hot Toy with rooted hair, But is it $1,000 worth? Absolutely not.
No, honestly, and if you didn't tell me this was in art right here, and this was me scrolling through a Facebook group and somebody showing off you think someone used a Hot Toy and they had somebody root the hair for them.
Correct.
Right?
Absolutely. Exactly.
That person didn't pay $1,000 for that job either.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So exactly. I think what InArt is going for is not necessarily what we think that they're trying to shoot for. They're not looking to be direct competitor to Hot Toys. They're looking to kind of make themselves a more higher end brand than them. It's almost like if someone was someone likes an Android phone, but somebody likes an iPhone. Well, iPhone screams status to some people, screams like money, wealth, that kind of thing. And I think for collecting wise, I think InArt is shooting for that kind of notoriety, because you think about the combination of talking about, people that are known within the community like Viper doing the rooting, supposedly. Right. You have the Toy Wonderland situation with the, Justin's Collections getting first dibs on the preview of the prototype.
Topic. That's another topic you're going to get into.
They are hitting influencers in your community to show you, the potential buyer, that, hey, what we have is better than what Hot Toys can give you, because we're working with this person over here and they're known for their quality. We're working with this individual here. He's known for his expertise, and they're using all of that to justify $1,000, not the quality over here, because it's beautiful, but it is not $1,000 beautiful. That's where I'm at with this.
And to add to that is, I think it's just they're seeing who's going to spend that money, period. I think
exactly
at the end of the day, they're not spending $500 on a figure. They're not spending $300 on a figure. They're not spending $100 on a figure. They're selling it to you for $1,000. They're not spending anywhere near that. So they're seeing, which is why right off the bat, they're super expensive without having any notoriety in the community at all, besides their statues that has nothing to do with the 1/6 scale. And they're coming out, again, we could say, oh, they're licensed. Yeah, they're licensed overseas, not even in North America. And again, we're the ones buying most of their stuff. So like I said, again, you guys can go back to previous streams that I've done months ago when this was first announced. It's a money grab and a money grab only. End of story. You brought up a point, you've known, and you guys, I don't know if everybody has seen, but a lot of you guys have seen and noticed that there was a post made by InArt clearly stating that they had no part of Toys Wonderland. Okay? Everybody knows that Justin is directly connected with Toys Wonderland. So if your company is worried about looking bad when it comes to associating themselves with Toys Wonderland, which everybody knows about them already, why would you call or hire or work with the one person directly connected to that company that everybody knows is trash? How does that make any sense? Makes absolutely no sense. So it goes to show you the type of company that they are, that they're willing to get dirty to make money. There's no moral there. There's no integrity there. And again, like I've said, and I'm going to keep saying it, it's a money grab, period. Okay? There is nothing that they're doing that Hot Toys hasn't done. There's nothing that you're going to get out of this figure, whether it's rooted or sculpted, that is going to be any better than Hot Toys. Impossible. They're not rediscovering anything that Hot Toys hasn't done. There is nothing that they're going to give you that, we talked about the detachable magnetic joints. I pulled out my Iron Man 3 Tony Stark from Hot Toys. They were the first ones to do the magnetic joints for the Mark 42 attachments on that body. So they're not doing anything new. Again, my opinion, it's all money. Associating themselves with that guy, again, not a good look. Multiple people already I've seen in the groups complaining. I ordered 2 double packs of sculpted figures, and I pre-ordered the B version of the Pennywise, because again, Hot Toys made the one look with the 2 head sculpts, so I wanted the different look with with the crazy eyes and stuff like that. After that, and I can't cancel because I would never cancel. I ordered it from Kitchen. I would never cancel anything from him. After that, I'm done. I'm done ordering from this company. They can make, figures that Hot Toys will never make. That's great. I am done ordering from them. I wanted to get the Jokers to try them out to see what the big deal was about. There's nothing, seeing these pictures now, there's nothing, impressive. There's nothing out of this world differently. There is nothing that is saying, oh my God, this company's going to be blowing things out of the water from, compared to Hot Toys. Look at this body alone. It looks like they're using the cheapest, but look how tiny it is. And again, I'm assuming that this is all for articulation. But again, what bodies are they using? What, this doesn't even have any size to it. Like, doesn't look like there's anything that's going to be out of this world by any means.
Yeah, another thing I want to add to this here too. I mean, you bring up some good points. I really didn't notice the body too much until you mentioned it there. I'm getting flashbacks when we were talking about Black Widow earlier in the stream. Exactly. But all the same though, here's the other thing I'm curious about too, and this is why I'm dipping my toe in the water in art, and I'm not going all in. I'm curious what the secondary market is going to be like for this thing, because everybody assumes that it's going to reach this grill status, and then it's going to be worth so much more money than what you paid for it. But it's already priced high to begin with, and I don't know anything about InArt and how that market works, but let's say if we're comparing it to what a Hot Toys market would be like. When it's already an expensive figure, it doesn't necessarily appreciate in value as high as some of the lower costing figures. And at the same time, what winds up happening here is, you price it out and you wind up having to reduce it anyways, and you don't necessarily hit that number of profit you would hope it to. So my concern here too is part of my thinking when I decided to go with the basic one sculpted figure was that if I decide that I don't like this figure, how much money am I going to be out in trying to sell it off about a figure that about a company that no one knows, B, at a price range that they know what the retail would have cost them to get? Are they going to be willing to cough up that money for it there? So it's just one of those things where I'm just like, hey, be excited because there's new options out there, and you may think these are the greatest faces. I think, like I said, I like the purple trench coat one. I like that one more than the prisoner one, but I'm sure somebody will disagree and say they like the other one more. That's fine. That's your choice. But I say tread with caution with this here, guys, because until everybody starts getting them in hand and we see how much, we don't know how many are being made too. That's the other thing, guys. You know how it is traditionally with Hot Toys.
Somebody just said that they're still on pre-order on their website on a website, so that means that
you still don't know what the number is going to be like. And also, everybody in this chat that's watching right now, or anybody's going to watch later, you already know how hard it is to get your money back out of a Hot Toy when it's still sitting on a sideshow.
Yep.
Like, picture when you got $1,000 2-pack, you're automatically going to lose money, guys, because it's the unknown for this here. There's too much unknowns.
Or even if, let's say, for example, that 2-pack, that $1,000 2-pack goes up to, it increases in value. Who's really going to pay $2,000 for a double pack? $2,500, $1,500, $1,800. Who's really going to go out of the way? Oh, I really not with this economy. I'll tell you that at all. So that's another thing you got to think about. And Jake said something here. How can we just DX11 Hot Toys has improved since then, and they could do a better job than they did? That's another thing. This is the new right now. You know what I mean? This is the cool thing right now. Hot Toys has improved tremendously from the from their Jokers. Okay, so anything coming out of them, their next Joker is gonna blow this thing out of the water. It may not be rooted, but who cares? Not everybody cares for rooted, unless you like rooted, then that's fine. But Hot Toys is gonna destroy this figure. And again, here in this picture, this purple one looks really good. Again, the head sculpt looks really good.
I agree. I think it's the better of the two.
Yeah, the one on the left, it's not bad. There's nothing wrong with it in this picture. But see, I think they're comparing. What is this? Hot Toy? No, I think this is.
That's Hot Toys. That's the DX11.
Oh, this is what they were comparing. So that's what Jake was saying. So again, how old is this compared to this now? You know what I mean? And again, you're comparing a sculpted to a rooted. That's number one. Okay, which is you can't do that. And number two, how are you going to compare something that's this old now? Even if something's 2 years old, Hot Toys has gotten better in 2 years. You know what I mean? So this is, like you said, it's an unfair comparison. Here, this one looks great. The purple one looks great right here. Hot Toys, again, this is old now. So see here, they look great. Again, lighting makes it look better, of course. But again, $1,000 worth. This is the sculpted. See, the
looks good. That's mine right there. Yeah, I'm good with that. That's mine.
See, I don't like it. I don't think this is great.
You don't think the sculpted looks good?
I don't think this is great. I mean, it's fine, but I don't think this is great. At least from this, we don't know until we get it. You know what I mean? Having it in hand could be, we may feel differently, but as of right now, I mean, I feel like he's missing hair. I feel like, it's not enough hair. I don't know. It just looks off to me from these pictures alone. See, this is like what everybody was hyped about. You know, these different attachments, these magnetic attachments, just because you can have these specific poses with these hands. Which again, it's not innovation because Hot Toys has done this already years ago. Other third-party companies are doing this as well. These accessories, nothing new. Apparently, this is supposed to be real metal, from what I understand. I don't know.
It's plastic though. It's painted plastic. Yeah, it was painted plastic.
Also, so yes, I heard somebody saying that it was real metal. Again, I don't know if it's true or not, but see here, this thing looks really good. Again, the pose, this here looks fine. See the difference though?
Yeah, look at that. I mean, that one looks the prototype one looks like it's more paint, and that one looks like it's just rubbed off.
Exactly. Like this looks faded, and this looks solid.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so you know, until we see them in hand, there's not much we could really judge. You know, these pictures are going to be, you know, whatever it is, but it's not going to be $1,000 worth. I'll tell you that. I can tell you that right now. Let me see some of the comments. It looks great in my opinion, but yeah, exactly. Anyone notice that Justice's voice delivery has changed in the last 2 years?
Hell yeah, David! I'm so glad somebody brought that up, man.
Hey, what do you mean?
I thought it was just me.
What does that mean?
It's just his voice has gotten deeper over the years. Oh yeah, like when his older videos, very scrawny, very, you know, like a 10-year-old boy, but now it's just like, oh, you know, it's the you know, it's Justice Collector. Yeah, it's just, his voice changer, like Batman. He's got like a voice minute.
Well, I mean, if I don't watch his videos, so I don't know. That's what I'm asking. But maybe to come off as a more, you know, authority figure, and for you to listen to, you know, my voice is deeper now, so you'll listen to me more. I don't know.
David, he's got a voice coach now. That's what he can afford a voice coach now.
Yeah, voice coach. I'm done as well. Toys Wonderland has cruise on. Yeah. Well, I never ordered from them anyway, so I don't have that problem. But just the fact that, you know, InArt just associated with that guy just to begin with, it just shows, you know, knowing that that he's directly connected to Toys Wonderland. They weren't a part of Toys Wonderland apparently, but they'll go right to him for a review. Like, just says it all, and I'm done with that. It's a custom body. Yeah, well, they need to do better. Look at that. Not even, no shoulder, nothing. Like, absolutely not.
Again, the trench coat one looks miles better. I don't know. Maybe it's the layers.
Well, that's exactly what I was going to say. It's covered. You know what I mean? You're not going to, there's not, you know, you have more shoulder here than you do here just because of the jacket.
Right.
So, you know, so it just, again, we're just, you know, talking according to what we're seeing. You know, like I said, we could get the figure in hand and be like, oh my God, this is so much better, which has happened with Hot Toys multiple times, you know?
Sure. Fair.
This partnership with Toys Wonderland window. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, anybody who's desperate will go with that company. Just period. You know what I mean? Because it's very obvious and clear now that they're not a good company to do business with. So if you're going out of your way to do business with them, good luck. Good luck. I mean, there are so much better, you know, retailers and resellers to have your product with. But if you go in that route, then it means that, you know, because it's not like you don't know what they're doing. You know exactly what they're doing. So for you to, you know, think it's okay, and you know, it's just for our product. We don't care about their business, you know, practices. We're just going to worry about them selling our product. You already know what they're doing to the market. What do you think is going to happen with your products? You know, so.
Well, you got to think about this here, because Jake is hitting on some really good points this year. So, Jake, if you got more, man, keep feeding us over here, because let me tell you, you're opening my eyes up too. And here's what I'm thinking about too. Not just, you know, from like, ooh, it's Toys Wonderland, they're evil, you know. So yeah, that's true. I mean, yeah, we all know the reputation. Some of us had dealt with it firsthand. But what I'm concerned about more is InArt in this situation, because you're powering with Toys Wonderland, who has this bad reputation. You're entrusting a company who is known to mess up with the launch of your first ever flagship figure. That alone torpedo your entire your in-art faction of your Queen Studios company. You know what I mean? So it's just like, this can be all for Vane as well too. Not to be on the negative side, but I'm just like thinking about what Jake's saying as well too. Toys of Wonderland, not always reliable. You got $1,000 2-pack waiting for it, and if that gets lost in shipment for 3 to 6 months, and there's a bunch of people like that, you already have given InArt a bad reputation off of that alone. So I think it's super risky that they would. I mean, Justin aside, Justin is the biggest of the influencers here, so I can't say nothing about him. The man hustles. You don't have to like him, but the man does have enough information to share with everybody. Having said all that, the Tour Wonderland side of Justin's operation here, that is so like negative and toxic at this point within the community. Yep. You're taking a potential flagship product and giving it to them to go ahead and ship it out all over the world and assume they're going to get it right. I just think that that's a huge, huge gamble alone to where, like, this doesn't go well. This could be the end of InArts as well too. And we'll never see these other prototypes that are out there.
Yeah, no, and he made a good point too about the comparison that he made with the Hot Toys head sculpt. He's butthurt about Hot Toys not wanting to do anything with Toys Wonderland, which is why he does this, to pretty much bash Hot Toys and saying, look at this crap, which, compared to this, it doesn't look as good, but he does it out of being malicious. You know what I mean? He does it out of...
It's very deceitful. It's very deceitful for sure.
Correct. To make him look bad, and to make people get turned off by Hot Toys, a company that has been well established for decades at this point. Okay, and that's just the type of person that he is. He'll try to minimize a company's status, or he's done it with Sideshow as well. And again, Sideshow is not perfect by any means, but Sideshow is a billion trillion times better than Toys Wonderland will ever be. Okay, and so he has bashed Sideshow as well to make Toys Wonderland look better than Sideshow, which is a delusion. Okay, it'll never happen. Period. And again, I have my own issues with Sideshow. They're a company that online specifically, they don't like to be critiqued. They don't like to be, the moment you say anything that they don't like, comment deleted. They don't like being told that they're doing anything wrong. They don't like being called out. That's a fact. Anybody who says anything, my buddy messaged them talking about, why didn't you show up at Comic-Con? What is it, because Toys Wonderland's hitting you in the pockets that you're trying to save money? And they deleted his comment. Deleted his whole comment. So it shows, if you're going to be that type of company that you're going to come off like everything's perfect, like that's not realistic. Okay, that's not realistic at all. Your customer service is great. Yeah. Be proud of the company that you have been for years. But to quiet people who are speaking their minds about your negatives is wrong. So again, I will always stand up for Sideshow over Toys Wonderland, period. But it doesn't mean that, I've purchased from Sideshow for many years. Never had an issue with them like that. But when it comes to their online ways, I don't agree with that at all. You're silent. You're silencing the people who have to complain about you or have something to say about you that's not something that you want to hear. That's not cool.
Right.
Because you're going to be transparent. Let people call you out on your bads too. Not everything about you is great, and that's what I don't like about them. But so he'll.
Well,
do that.
I think when it comes to him, not to cut you off there, but I think what because the chat seems to think that like it's not coming from a place of like being 100% truthful what Justin's about. What I understand what Fab's saying, because I agree with a lot what you're saying, Fab. It's just that, you know, a lot of what he tends to do for himself is he likes to project one thing being preferred because he recommends it, right? And he's not necessarily doing it from a place of being ethical. He's doing it from a place of possibly something to gain from it, you know, is what Fabs is trying to explain here. So the bashing of Sideshow, you know, and keep in mind, Fabs already said himself that, you know, he prefers Sideshow, but they're not perfect. He acknowledges that, you know, but I think what Fabs is trying to say is like Toys Wonderland / when Justin talks about it, they don't take accountability for what they're getting wrong and always trying to deflect and say, oh, well, Sideshow is doing it. So I think that's what Fabs is trying to clarify, guys, and he's not saying anything bad like Toys Wonderland don't do it. I know there's some people overseas who, you know, prefer use Toys Wonderland or any of those Chinese resellers because, you know, it's cheaper. There's, you know, import-export taxes in some of your countries, and I know they can be more by order from Sideshow. But, I mean, the point that I think we're trying to make here is just that, you know, with Sideshow, for better or worse, whatever side of the coin you are on this, you know, they are transparent. What you see is what you're going to get. What you pay for is what you're going to get. But with Toys Wonderland, you know, it's always a flip of the coin. And my concern here is not so much, you know, my preference of who I like, Sideshow or whoever like that. My concern is just like you guys are, whoever's ordered from InArt. You know, if you ordered it from Toys Wonderland, well, you know what the territory is with Toys Wonderland. You know, you're taking not only a gamble on a new company, you're taking a gamble on a company that, you know, has a track record of not always getting things right every single time. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. I myself have ordered from Toys Wonderland. I've had good experiences and bad experiences, so I can speak on it on both sides of it there. But at the end of the day, it's your choice to choose who you want. But what I think what Fabs is just trying to explain is that like you don't want to be brainwashed by the influences out there and make it a well-informed decision based off your own experience. And I think that's what he's trying to tie this all into there.
Exactly. He had exactly what you said. He has something to gain out of bashing Sideshow and bashing Hot Toys. You know what I mean? Especially if it's directly connected to these people. So he's going to stand up for whatever's making him money, you know, direct money.
He's just not unbiased is what it is basically. He may not necessarily be bashing it in everybody's opinion, but he's certainly putting his opinion leading towards a certain direction every time, even though it may not be in the collective's best interest every time he recommends something. I think that's what you're trying to say, right?
Yeah, no, he's not neutral at all. He's not neutral whatsoever.
Exactly. It's just about being neutral.
Correct. And not only that, but even like you were talking about taking responsibility, you know, Toys Wonderland, you complain to them and you threaten them, because I've heard of these stories. You threaten, you know, oh, you know, I'm going to call you out on blah, blah, blah. Their way of fixing their mess up on your order is, well, we'll give you, you know, a discount, 20% off, 30% off, you know, like, that's not, and you know, they still messed up your order, everything's messed up, but they, instead of acknowledging and dealing with that, with the issue at hand, even before fixing the issue, the original issue, they're already offering you a discount for you to order more from them. That's insane. That's insane. Somebody, Jake, so they're doing InArt because they want to know they can cover themselves and get the stock they promised customers. A Chinese reseller. Oh, well, that makes sense. But I know for a fact that I remember when InArt said we're no part of them. We get them from wherever else or whatever it was. But that's what we're dealing with. I don't see the malicious name. He still reviews Hot Toys on the not seeing the logic. Wasn't bad. Yeah, I mean, it's my opinion.
That was the comment from when I was talking before. That was like referring to your comment because I read yours there. I don't think Fabs is trying to be malicious in himself, saying that, you know, that Justin's malicious. He's just simply saying that, you know, maybe malicious may be the best word, but he's definitely more biased, is what he's trying to say.
Oh no, well, no. When I say malicious, I meant malicious because he's coming after them hard. He's not trying to be like, again, he's not neutral by any means, and it has nothing to do with him reviewing, you know, Hot Toys. if you're a reviewer, which he is, he's going to review everything, period. So it has nothing to do with Hot Toys or anything. What I'm saying is the way he goes about bashing the companies, and he's talking, and again, I'm just talking from what I know, from what I understand, from what I've seen. Okay. If you've seen something different, then that's what you've seen. Okay. That's your take on it. This is my take on it. So you can't say that I'm wrong for saying what I'm saying because it's what I've seen. I'm not making it up. I'm not, creating it in my head. It's what I know from experience. So what I'm saying is when I say malicious is suddenly Sideshow is horrible. It's the worst company in the world because he said so. And go back in his videos and watch it yourself. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. So that's my issue. So it comes off as malicious because what you're trying to do is put down a company so people that you're influencing go to the one you're constantly promoting. That's my malicious definition. So he's doing
and that's a good point.
And that's
a good point, Fabs.
Yeah, it's malicious.
Because keep in mind though, Trumbull, keep in mind to answer your question here, like he still reviews Hot Toys figures. Well, yeah, Hot Toys and Sideshow are not the same company. So I think that's where the confusion may be. He's still going to review Hot Toys. I mean, he gets his Hot Toys from Toys Wonderland, but
correct.
He is criticizing other distributors that are not Toys Wonderland. And Pat, you're right. I think it's the feelings mutual. I think they don't like each other.
No, absolutely. No, and that's a fact. It's just, like I said, I'm not making this up. This is not like coming out of my brain and this is what I think. No, go back. If you think that you haven't seen it, then go back to his videos and see how he talks about Sideshow. Period. He complains about his orders, never getting there or getting there later. All of a sudden, Sideshow is a problem ever since Toys Wonderland came around. So when you talk badly about a company that you used to get stuff from, suddenly they're garbage because you have a new buddy, that's malicious. Because at the end of the day, he's benefiting from saying those things. So that's that. I have loyalty to no site. It's whatever site gives me the best. Yeah, no, it's not about loyalty. Absolutely not. But
absolutely, yeah.
It's about doing the right thing as a company. Period. It's not about loyalty because if one company is giving you 10 cents cheaper and you want to save those 10 cents, by all means, it's your money. Do whatever you want with it. It's your right to spend it wherever you want. The issue is to have a company being promoted by an influencer that influences a lot of people, and the company is scamming people constantly. And then you're bashing a company that has never scammed anybody. It's a huge difference, and that's my point. I have also found out I was on the pay $2,000 to INR for just. Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Jake, where are you getting all this info, man? I need to double check your facts here, man, because that's some juicy tips you're getting there, buddy.
Yeah,
hit me up after this stream over here. I want to know how you get this info.
Yeah, how would you even find that out? That's crazy. Because I don't think that's something that they're just going to be telling people, like, oh yeah, we paid $2,000 so they could let us do it. Like, I don't know. That's crazy though. If it's true, if it's true, that's
wild. That's
even
cheap too.
With Toyota, have you kind of third dinner? Yeah, you call Sideshow. This is another thing. You call Sideshow, they'll give you your non just to avoid any issues. It says when you purchase non-refundable deposit. Okay, it's written in the small print that you're not getting this money back. I have gotten my money back multiple times for my non-refundable deposit. They have refunded tons of people for that money. Let me know how many times Toys Wonderland has done for that for anybody. I hear you at not trying to release. Oh, sorry, that's fine. This is the truth spoken. All these people sliding off. Hot Toys have Hot Toys in their collection. Also biting the. And I've said this, a billion times. A lot of these people who are bashing, not bashing, but who talk badly about Hot Toys are in the hobby because of Hot Toys. Okay, Hot Toys was what got them into the hobby. Okay. So all of a sudden a new company comes out and it's like, oh, Hot Toys sucks. Hot Toys sucks. Like, it just shows like how crazy people are and how crazy they start talking when there's just a new product that just came out. You know what I mean? Like, I love
It's the flavor of the month, man.
No, it's crazy. Like, I've always said this too. You know, people, oh, do you get everything? Do you just collect anything? Do you just get everything? I can't even say, you know, I love my lines. I love my Marvel. I love my DC. I love all the stuff. I love Star Wars. I love everything that I collect. But first and foremost, I'm a Hot Toys collector, period. If I were to label myself, yeah, I'm a collector because I collect everything. But first and foremost, I consider myself a Hot Toys collector, period, just because I love their work. I love everything they make. That's why I pretty much get everything they make. Are there better companies than that? You've had Enterbay, okay, which was, you know, they were always neck and neck when I started collecting. There was just them two, which were, you know, top notch. Obviously, Enterbay died down, and they just, you know, they're just sticking with NBA now. But at one point, they were making figures just as good as Hot Toys. You know, you have Blitzway. Blitzway is a company that comes out, you know, with a figure here and there, but when they make a figure, it comes out very, very well done. You have, what was the other company? There was another company that made something that's really, really good. I can't think of the name. The company Art Figures. Okay, another company, you know, more third-party-ish, but they don't come out with figures constantly. But when they come out with they used to actually make more figures in the past than they do now. But now when they come out with a figure, it's always a really, really popular figure. Asmus is, you know, specifically with their, which is the only line I collect of them, the Devil May Cry line. Every Devil May Cry figure that they've made that I own, fire. So, you know, again, this is Inart's first figure that we're talking about. Doesn't mean that they're never going to improve. Doesn't mean that eventually they're not going to come out with amazing figures that could possibly be, you know, to a scale better than Hot Toys. Nobody's saying that. Nobody's saying any of that. But right now, at this point, we're talking about pictures of this figure that we're seeing on the screen. Big collective Toys is to Hot Toys as Fan Toys as a cars and licenses. Yeah, exactly. So my supplier from China is predicting he's getting Joker Inner Deluxe first batch. There's October, and Inner have kept this quiet, but mainly content creators and people in China will get the. Oh, see, that's crazy. I didn't know that either. He's getting Joker Inner. What do you think of this?
I mean, I need to know Jake's first, last name, social security number, man, because Jake all this dirt. I've never met you, heard you before, man. You got all this dirt, but I mean, like, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you're right, but like, yo, DM me after the show. I want to know more. I'm curious. I mean, if this is true, if this is true, great. I mean, that means I have more time to like save up my money for mine because I'm not a content creator. I'm not an influencer. I'm just a hobbyist guy. So I'm probably going to get my last. So it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, I mean, it would make sense that China gets it first. I mean, they're obviously they're over there. You know, they're licensed over there. So I don't understand why that would be an issue. I don't, you know, it is what it is. I'm going to get mine whenever I'm going to get mine. I'm in no rush to get it anyway. Just like I'm never in a rush to get, you know, any Hot Toys from Sideshow. You know, they come when they come. I'll get it when I get it. You know, people who are always in a rush to get these figures, you know, it's like, why are you in a rush? You know, like, why are you so desperate to put a figure on the shelf? You know what I mean? They come when they come. It is what it is. And I understand people on their stuff now and at the, you know, at that second, and that's fine. But me personally, they come when they come. They'll get here when they get here, and it is what it is. There's no rush to put anything, you know, on the shelf. For what? You know what I mean? I don't think it's necessary.
You know, I can't even say anything about that because I'm not gonna lie. I've done that as well too. Like I've rushed to get figures. I've order figures from overseas just so I can be the first one to do it. And I gotta tell you, it's not so much that it's the greatest thing since like sliced bread. It's just that addiction, like you need to get the next figure, next figure, next figure. I'll tell you, waiting for figures in the beginning, once you stop doing that, it really sucks. But once you stop it altogether and do it for a long enough time, it's just like Fab says, like whenever it comes in, because these things, they're hit or misses, guys. Either I can go ahead and get that figure and pay an extra $100 and it's worth it because I can sell it. If I change my mind, I can get my money back. Or sometimes like I, have a figure and it's on sale like a month after I got it. You know what I mean? So this time I'd say patience, preaching patience is the way to go with everything there. So, yeah.
So, the thing is, exactly what you said. And I get everything as soon as Sideshow gets it. You know what I mean? So I'm one of the first ones to get my stuff. As soon as Sideshow gets it, I'll get it. And still, even with that, like I don't even get like stressed out or, oh my God, like when is it coming? I'll wait for it. It is what it is. And that's it. Like I'm never in a rush to what do you call it? We need to reach. Nobody's accusing anything of anybody. This is my opinion. This is I'm
No. He's talking about Jake. He's talking about Jake from all the dirt. Yeah, with the dirt over there.
I was like, whoa! I was like, nobody's accusing anything. I was like, wait a minute. No, because you gotta be careful with the things you say. That's why I said what I said. Number one is from experiences, from what I've seen, from what I've heard, from I don't just start making things up out of nowhere because I know in here, with this stuff, you get called out immediately the moment you lie about something. And that's happened to.
See what you started, Jake. You see what you started.
I don't know, but he says he's in China, so that's where he gets all the stuff from. So
there you go.
But no, somebody, what do you call it? I don't know if you guys remember this stream. One of these YouTubers started talking about something. I forget what it was, and then you had a stream of it was Jetta, Justin, and somebody else. They went as far as pulling up the guy's criminal record on the stream. Okay, that's how bad it was. I was like, "Are you?" But I guess they deleted the stream. What?
Oh, that was the Denobi one, right?
I don't remember. Was it Denobi? I don't remember.
It was Denobi. They called out Denobi. I remember that was a real shitty thing to do. And I saw that.
I mean, no, but it goes both ways because Denobi does his own little digs here, and he likes the drama as well. But
he takes his shots.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, no, exactly. And it is what it is. But I don't think anybody deserves to get taken, for a ride that bad. You know what I mean?
And he's certainly not there to defend himself.
To go personal, like not even defend yourself, but to take it that personal. Like if you're talking about toys, and then you go for my criminal record, it's like, man, like you was it really that serious? That was crazy.
That's crossing the line right there.
Yeah,
but you know what? That's interesting. I'm glad you mentioned that though, because I remember watching that live, right? And I remember I was so compelled by like how disgusted I was. Like I left a comment like, "This is not about collecting, guys. Knock this off." And they went about their business. And the funny thing about it though was that that was one of the last appearances Justin made on people's live streams because there was a time where he was jumping from influencer to influencers channels doing these live streams with them. But I remember after that Denobi situation, he immediately distanced himself from that situation. I don't think they streamed together for a long time after that. But that's what I'm trying to explain about this Justin's character situation, because he has to deal with the Toys Wonderland questions in his lobby, his Facebook group constantly. I've seen it's got to be 1 million at this point of his live streams where he keeps explaining to people, I get a discount from Toys Wonderland. I have nothing else to do with that, blah, blah, blah. And I keep asking myself, watching this guy talk through his teeth like this, like, how is it that Toys Wonderland discount is so darn good that you can put up with all the grief that the community gives you without you just finding somebody else to get your figures from? Like, what's so great about them? If they're only giving you a discount, like you're saying, I get a slight discount on a figure. Well, listen, if it's 10, 20%, I'm pretty sure another Chinese reseller would give you the same deal with none of that drama. But yet you still stay with them. That tells me you're getting more than what you're telling us.
Yeah.
That tells me you're getting more than what you're telling us.
Of course. No, and another thing is, apparently, I don't know if you've seen, they have figured for $120, $130, like after a while they've been out. But apparently, from what I understand, the shipping, it goes up to like $100. So it's like you're still paying $200 and something for a figure.
Yeah,
you're
getting no great deal.
You're paying retail for a figure. I saw the Denobi stream, never saw them. Yeah, I didn't see it. I heard about it, and I heard that they were talking about how apparently, again, this is what I heard. I didn't watch it. Apparently, I didn't mean literally that they showed his criminal record. That's not what I meant. But apparently they were talking about
speech.
Yeah, apparently they were like talking about him being arrested and all this stuff. And again, I don't know. This is what I was told. But again, that's not the point. The point is how people, would take something, especially in this hobby, which is toys, would take something that far is my point. Not that, they literally went and grabbed his criminal record and said, here it is. No, that's not what I meant. But to talk about somebody being arrested, apparently, like, that's insane. Denobi got bullied. Yeah, well, I mean, again, Denobi's not innocent. They took it too far, 100%. But Denobi's not innocent either. That's cancel. Cancel. Eddie, what's up, man? People don't understand that it is why they don't react like this with Justin at the inner event. They call out YouTube, so I'd be angry too. Well, I also heard that apparently there was a stream that Denobi had with Justin. I didn't watch it. I don't watch any of those guys. But again, I don't know what that would do. Like, why would that? I don't know what that interview, would. I don't know what the point of that was.
No, it was a non-interview. I mean, it was Justin and Jetta in a stream together.
No, this one. Talking about this one.
Which one?
The Denobi. Denobi.
Was there another one here?
No, yesterday. Didn't you? Was it you told me yesterday or whatever?
Oh, you talking about his yeah. But I mean, he does this like midnight on the West Coast, man. That's too late, man. I haven't finished it yet.
Yeah.
What did he say?
People don't understand that is why Denobi reacted like this with Justin at the inner event. Denobi got called out on YouTube, so I'd be angry too. Well, Denobi. Here's the thing. Denobi likes to call out everybody as well, okay? And I wasn't going to bring this up, and I wasn't going to talk about it because, again, I don't watch Denobi stuff. But it came to my attention that he, a few weeks ago, he called everybody out, talking about how, again, what Denobi says doesn't matter. He didn't say my name. I didn't care. That's why I never brought it up. But Denobi is very well known for calling people out, okay? He just does it. That's just what he does, okay? So he apparently was talking about how a bunch of streamers and a bunch of YouTubers were talking about how Ahsoka was going to be a Grail. Ahsoka was going to be a Grail and Maul was going to be a Grail. So his comment was, and he named them by name, and he was pulling up pictures of streams of those times, and my picture was on one of the streams. Again, he didn't mention me by name, but he said, this YouTuber and crew, okay? I was in there, in the picture. Again, he didn't say my name. That's why I left it alone. So his view was these guys were all saying that Ahsoka was going to be a Grail, and here she is still a year later, and I was able to use coupons and save money, so therefore these guys don't know what they're talking about, okay? So it's things like that that get him in trouble, okay? And then, even more of a slap in the face for the guys who he called out, they had him on the stream the following day kissing his ass. So that's what I'm talking about. And then one of the people in the chat was saying, how can you possibly have this guy on your channel after he called everybody out? And the person whose channel it was defending Denobi after Denobi had called him out. on his stream the night before. So that's my point. But again, I never talked about this because he didn't mention my name. He would have mentioned my name. It's a different story, because at the end of the day, even what he said, just because the figure is still there a year later and he's saving money and using coupons, therefore the figure, it's not a grail because it's not a grail within a year later. Grails don't happen within a year. That's number one. Okay? So just because you're able to save money on coupon and using coupons and the figure's there a year later doesn't mean that that figure cannot be a grail years from now, which is how figures happen. Yeah, right now, it's still very fresh. Hot Toys probably made too many. Fine. It does not mean that it'll never be a grail, and that's where he's wrong about that. But again, I don't argue with these people. I don't watch these people. I don't, because what's the point? You know what I mean? What's the point? They have their views. I have mine, and that's it. What's the live stream? It was a dick. Oh, you watched when he called everybody out, David? The nobody was trying to avoid adjusting at the end of it. Oh, I see. I don't know any of this stuff because I don't.
Oh, so they were both there at the same time.
I'm assuming. I have no. I don't even know.
Oh,
maybe from that day, from the fact that they called.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, that would make sense. I would. I mean, I would handle that a little bit differently, but I wouldn't be running away.
Yeah, I don't know. With the cameras on, I'm not sure if you want to do that.
Saturday night stream, like Excalibur Hotel. I don't know what that means. Is that what Saturday night stream live at the? Oh, maybe that's where they were. I don't know. Sounds like a geeking out stream at the Nomi. Sounds like a geeking out stream at the Nomi. I don't even know what that means.
That's some other kids group.
Oh no, I know who geeking out is, but I don't know what this comment means. Sounds like a geeking out stream at the Nobi. I don't get it. The Nobi is like a father figure to these cats. That's the vibe. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know the guy really. I maybe streamed with him one time. I never streamed with him again. I don't really know him, but like I said, I hear the things that he does, the things that he says. Sometimes people send me links to his stuff, so I'll watch for a few seconds, and that's when I hear like the little clips of things that I speak on, because that's the only way I'll speak on something is if I know about it, if I've heard it, if I've seen it, and if somebody tells me about it. But I don't go around making up stuff just because there's no need to make up anything. What do I get out of making anything up? Nothing. I have an off-topic question. Any word on J&D? No idea. I don't know anything about. I heard that they're getting involved in the 1/6 scale as well, but I know nothing. What about you? You know anything about them? No.
No, I heard the same thing. They're getting into it, but nothing.
The interview took place at night. The Nomi's GoPro, and Justin woke up. Oh, that's awkward.
Link to that. I want to see this over here, man.
Yeah, put the link in the chat if you don't mind. Yeah, bro. Watch Riley's and Nobi stream. Both were there. The spot was kind of small. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I did. I think it was Graham. Was it Graham? Somebody sent me the link to Riley's stream that day, and he was at the location and he was streaming and showing the Joker display. I remember that because I did see a little bit of that, but I didn't know it was deeper than that. The inner event was that I know. Geeking Out stream comment was referring to when you were talking about the Nobi being on stream day after he called people out. I still don't get it. Like, what are you trying? I like I said, I never talked about this until now because it was part of the conversation. But I don't care for, like I said, as long as they don't say my name, I really don't care. And the reason why I even said anything now was because, again, the conversation came up and my picture was on his video. He posted a screenshot of the video of that stream, and I was on the panel, and he said streamer and crew. I was in that picture, so that's why I'm talking about it, because I was included in the picture and as crew. But besides that, I don't really care about any of that. After delay, just got 6 scale rainbow 6. Oh yeah, that looks cool.
Nice.
I saw that one. Yeah, that's a
Nice.
good one. J&D are not doing 6. Oh, they're not. Okay, I thought they were. That the last I heard of J&D was suddenly that they were going to get involved in the 1-6, but that's all I heard. I didn't hear that they backed out.
That's a smart move. It's too crowded right now.
No, I think see, here's the thing though. I think that as long as they give us different stuff, there's no problem. The problem is they all want to do the same thing. And if you're going to do the same thing, then you're going to look like you have all this competition, because if you make a Joker and I make a Joker and this one makes a Joker, everybody there's so much competition because everybody has a different Joker. And I think that's the problem. But if everybody, did their own thing, focused on different licenses, I think it would be so much better for everybody because you would have different lines. Gotcha. Things that G&D not getting into. Oh, I would pay to watch these two slap away. This guy. Can you imagine ruining the entire inner display?
That's hit on the head. Those two going toe to toe would totally be a slap fight. I'm with David on this one. I picture that.
That's slap fight. That's so fucking great. Yeah, but again, no. Like I said, I don't have a problem with these people at all. Like I don't. Whatever they do, that's their business. I don't care. And I've said this before. Don't think you're gonna call me out on anything, because it's gonna be like I don't keep my mouth shut. You know what I mean? Like I don't get involved with anybody's stuff. Period. I just don't. That's not who I am. That's why you don't hear my name thrown around. What I said on my first streaming alone was what I went through, was what I know, was my experience, was everything that I had experienced through, me being streaming with all these people. So I knew exactly what was going on. Besides that, I don't care for any of them, period. I just don't. None of them affect my life. I'm a collector at the end of the day. I collect. It is what it is. I do what I do. I don't bother anybody. I don't get involved with anybody. That's why I'm so happy that whatever happened, because, I'm doing it by myself. I think the reason why I wasn't doing it in the beginning was because I was kind of nervous about it. But now that I am, I'm so glad. Things happen in life that, push you to doing things that you may be uncomfortable doing at first. But once you get those opportunities and you take them, they're the best thing that could ever happen to you. Like geeking out and over-adjusting, honestly, other than maybe Manahawk Collective, I would say no one does as solid reviews as Justin. Well, that's his experience, and that's the thing. That's what happens. He has made his name, and he has gotten where he's gotten because he puts the work in. Nobody has anything. I don't have anything negative to say about that aspect of him. You know what I mean? He like Dilo was saying earlier, he's a hustler. You don't get to his status by doing nothing or by doing crappy work. There's nobody's ever talked about that. You can make fun of his voice, which I have in the past, directly to him. No, really, I'm not lying. Directly.
No, listen, I'm laughing, but I shouldn't be talking. I know I don't have the deepest voice. So I'm just kind of laughing here.
No, I don't either. But that wasn't the point. It was a thing that had happened with a head sculpt. Max Newt had a problem, and then with him, and then I said something, and then him and his wife came at me, and then I went back at him. I completely ignored his wife getting involved, but I went back at him, and it was I forget what group it was in, but that was the first and only time me and him got into it about anything. And so I never had an issue with him, as a YouTuber, as a reviewer. Again, I don't watch his stuff. I never did, but you don't get to that level by doing crappy stuff, period. That's just a fact. Yeah. What I don't like is, how he uses that status to push what doesn't benefit the community. That's what I'm against.
I mean, it's like an athlete who has a sponsor, right? It's like, hey, I make $100 million. I'm an NFL football player, but my sponsor is Kia, right? Kia sponsored me, so I gotta say nice things about Kia. Well, if I'm $100 million paid athlete, I'm not driving a Kia. I'm driving something else. You know what I mean? So the influence, like Nathan, to your point where you were talking about his reviews, I agree. I think his reviews are fantastic. I think his work ethic is amazing to continue to put out that content. But I think there's a line that you shouldn't cross to keep yourself unbiased, I should say. And I think that's where it gets a little gray with that part there. Because I made a comment about, it's been known for the longest time, Toys Wonderland is having these experiences and people are posting them in his group and he's constantly defending them. And he said in many cases, he only gets a discount from them. He doesn't get a whole figure or he doesn't get to share the profits or whatever like that. For me personally, that would be a sponsor I would cut loose. And I would find somebody else that I can reach to out there to get my figures and, advertise and market without having to deal with a angry community all the time where I constantly have to defend my choice to do that. So that tells me either one of two things. Either, either he has a better deal than what he tells us that he's embarrassed to admit because he doesn't want to seem like he's been paid off.
It's not embarrassed. He can't tell you that deal because forget it.
Embarrassed or, he's, it's a non-disclosure, whatever like that.
He's preventing drama is what
he's not allowed to bring it up or, the other option is that, he basically can't find somebody else to give him a better deal than what they're giving him, if he really is getting the discount and not getting something else on the back end. So either way, it's hard to say. But, I mean, at the end of the day, his work on his reviews and his videos, I'm not going to say and be a hater. I watch those when I have a figure that, I'm going to purchase or I'm thinking about purchasing. I will watch his videos because I know I'm already been trained to know that if anybody will have what I'm going to possibly have and is going to do a thorough enough review so I can make a decision on what I'm going to spend money, I'll still go watch his videos. But it's the other things that bother me.
Correct. And that's the thing, you need reviewers. End of story. You need them. I personally have said multiple times, many times over the last year or so since I started streaming with the other people, that it's not something that I want to do. Number one, I'm not set up for it, even though I could just get a camera. It's just something that doesn't interest me at all. Doesn't mean that it's bad because I don't want to do it. It's just something that I'm not interested in. But it's very necessary for some collectors at least. I don't need to see a review to get a figure. It's just not going to happen. But some people need that review to sway their choice whether they want to get that figure or not. So their reviewers are very important. Obviously, the more followers you have, the more credibility you naturally people are going to assume that you have. So again, and you develop that credibility over time if you become a more neutral person towards the product. That's what I think people are looking for mostly. Not swaying up to, you really should get this figure. You really should. Let them decide. Your job is to show the product, positives and negatives of the product. Doesn't matter how good or bad. Tell the viewer the truth and let them decide. That's it.
Here's what I just want to add to this. And, this is the last I'm going to say about this Toys Wonderland / Justin situation here. In the real world that we live in here, if you do something wrong and you're being endorsed by a company, that company will drop you right away. They'll take away your endorsement. Okay. Justin is endorsing Toys Wonderland, whether he wants to admit whatever he's doing, or maybe it's exactly what he says it is. The bottom line is Toys Wonderland, dare I say, has caused him more grief than has made his life easier. In my opinion, I don't know the man. I don't know what the inner workings of everything is here. But I will say here is to be that blindly loyal when there's nothing but negativity in your own group and other groups around, constantly talking about there. How can you, as someone who endorses this company, still stand by them as if it never happened? The way he answers that is very professional in a way where he's not incriminating himself, and that's what I don't like. it feels rehearsed and scripted. Like I just simply say that I buy my figures from Toy, that I get them from there, and that he'll go on and just say that, repeat that same line, like he got it fed to him from a lawyer. You know what I mean? Something. It just feels like it's not genuine. It's just like So this is like a statement for my agent. This is what they told me to say, and that's what it comes off as. And like I said, maybe it's true, maybe it's not. I don't know. I mean, only Justin and the guys at Toys Wonderland know. But bottom line is, as a consumer, as a follower, I want to believe the person that I'm following has my best interest in mind, because I'm loyal to you by subscribing to your channel. And I expect that if you're giving advice neutrally and not necessarily disclosing in a way where you don't incriminate yourself. There is a difference. There's a difference between incriminating yourself and also like straight up just trying to protect the integrity of the person who's watching it. Like, hey, I don't want you to take my stuff and get the wrong idea. I want you to make your own decision. As for him, it's just more like I'm covering my butt. So I'm saying all these things exactly the way I say it every single time. So therefore, you guys can't come back to me and say I said this, that, and the other. That's what it feels like, and that's where I feel like there's a disconnect with me personally, the viewer / subscriber of his channel, watching his stuff.
Well, that's what makes it more obvious that it's, like you said, it's not genuine. You know what I mean? It's just, and it's clear that it's not genuine. So, like you said, he's gotta protect himself so he doesn't really come off like he's directly, attached with. By this point, is so obvious. You know what I mean? There's no question that he's.
I mean, it's gone on so long. It's just like you think of Toys Wonderland, you think of Justin, and you think of Justin, you think of Toys Wonderland. Like that relationship is fused at this point. They're one and the same.
Absolutely.
And I think, and someone said like you got to admit Justin's loyal. I don't know if he's loyal. I think he's in too deep and he can't get out. I think that's what it comes down to.
I think the benefits are so good that he doesn't want to get out. I think that's what it is. You know what I mean? I don't think he's because he could. You're going to tell me that at any point he can't say, "Yo, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm out." Absolutely, he can. But I think the benefits are way too good for him to be like, this is not even worth it anymore. I think he's benefiting really well. And again, this is just speculation because we don't really know anything. You know what I mean? We don't know what the deal is. We don't know anything. But I know that common sense for me, if somebody is, attached to a company that's constantly, allegedly committed fraud and stealing people's money, that I would not personally want to be part of that because I don't want my name attached to that. And like you said, he uses these comments, these generic comments to, cut himself off from that. I would have been like, you know what? My name, my channel is too good for this to be attached to this, this constant negativity from your company. So I can't be around this. So you're going to tell me he can't get the hell out of there?
That's a good point. That's a good point, man.
I hear what you're saying, but Justin and Onaton being tight. Yeah, no, absolutely they're friends. That's common sense. If nothing else, you got to give it to him. Justin's loyal. Same with Jetta. With Pop.
That's what I was talking about. I saw that. Yeah.
Well, let me tell you.
You're in too deep at that point, man.
No. Let me tell you guys a little story. A lot of you guys may not even know the story, and I know this firsthand because I know. I was with the person, when it happened. So I was with one of the YouTubers, and he was directly, getting products from Pop Collectibles. And what happened was Jetta contacted him and said, "Hey," I said, "Can I get the information for Pop?" I said, "I wanna talk to them," and not thinking anything of it, the YouTuber gave Jetta the information, and boom, completely stole the Pop Collectibles deal from him, and it got to the point where the YouTuber said, "You know what? I'm not getting anything. I'm not getting what I was supposed to be getting out of this deal anymore. So I'm out." So he ended up dropping the Pop Collectibles, and Jetta kept them.
Wow.
So that's another little sneak peek at Jetta's
He's being spilled today, ladies and gentlemen.
And the way he goes, "I will also disclose that someone being on YouTube was created in the U.S. to review the inner, and they want you to promote their products. This is very unfair for us. Yeah, that's crazy. Insane one. What's up, man? Thanks for stopping by. At work. All right, man. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, man. It feels very scripted, but hey, as a collector, many options. Yeah, that's the thing. You always have options. You always have options. You could go anywhere you want. Especially if you see the reviews and complaints and praises of people, you know, that's where if somebody, and again, if one person is constantly praising the same company and everybody else is talking bad about it, you got to figure out, you know, what's the truth. And then, you know, you could do plenty of research on that. I think it's a little bit of drama. It's good for, yeah, I mean, it's not even drama. It's just people need to be aware of like what goes on. You know, you can label it drama, but you know, it's just, I think it gets out of hand sometimes. I think Justin will eventually try making a figure or a line of figures. So in the imagine, I don't know about that. That'd be funny though.
Man, taking over the game.
Works out a deal with Straight from Life Family was getting free figures. Yeah, no, that's the thing. That's exactly the thing. You can make a deal with whoever. There's nothing wrong, and I've said this plenty of times. You could go back to all the streams I've done. There's nothing wrong with making money. Absolutely not. Everybody's goal is to eventually, you know, get to a point where you could get some type of benefit from any company. If you're getting somebody, you know, to sponsor you or do a deal with you where, you know, you promote their thing and they give you, whether it's a discount, whether it's a figure, there's nothing wrong with it. The problem is when you become too biased with a product and you only want that product or that company to be, you know, like for example, perfect example. I promote Kitchen for my third parties all the time. I've been dealing with Kitchen for as long as I can remember. Okay, that guy has done any complaints. He's not the type of guy who will ignore you. You deal with him directly. You message him directly. If I have an issue, hey, kid, look, this happened. Here's the pictures. Boom. All right, I'll get back to you. Doesn't matter. He has never left me hanging for more than 3 days with no answer or no response or anything. He answers immediately, number one. Number two, any issues that I've had with him are fixed max within 2 days. Doesn't matter what it is, whether it's, you know, I'll give you your money back. I'll give you. I'll send you a replacement. Whatever it is that has happened, you know. Either way, I've never had a complaint about Kitchen about anything. So if I've asked him, hey, can I get a coupon code? You can ask him yourself. You can ask him. Anybody can ask him whatever you want. Does Fabio get any benefits from his coupon code? He will never tell you he gets $1, he gets 50 cents per figure. I get absolutely nothing. The reason why I wanted to do that was for the community and that only. My coupon code gives you, I think it's $5 off on in-stock items only. You don't get anything on pre-orders because nobody gives you anything on pre-orders. But if the item's in stock and he has it, you get $5 off using my coupon code. Do I get anything out of it? No. Do I get free anything? No. Everything on his website is free shipping already worldwide. So it's not like I get free shipping on anything either. You know what I mean? I get absolutely nothing. So I did that for the community and the community only as a thank you for me, just because I love the community, number one, and I love being a part of it. And I've been a part of it for longer than a lot of people who are in it right now. So that was my way of doing that for you guys, period. But if for whatever reason Kitchen said, listen, I want you to start promoting my products and I'll give you, I don't know, $10 off. Why the hell wouldn't I want to do that? If Sideshow came to me and said, oh, listen, we want you, we see that you buy everything from us, all your hot toys come from us, we want you to promote, we'll give you blah. Why wouldn't I want to do that? There's nothing wrong with it. It's just when you start becoming a certain way where it's obvious that, it's fake. It starts looking fake. It starts looking like, all right, this is like not just promotion. This is beyond that.
Yeah. I think that's yeah. And Nate, there's nothing wrong with everything you said in that comment there. But the key word that you hit on is straightforward. And also, you got to keep in mind too, terms and agreements, contracts can get extended. The terms don't always have to be the same. So if let's say, what I think personally, how I feel is, I feel like maybe, like, if we just using Justin as an example, since we've been talking about this for so long, Justin may have started off getting a discount, but someone else made a comment saying, I think he started off getting a discount, and I think at this point with the relationship, he's getting them for free. And I agree with that. But Justin hasn't said that out loud. He hasn't said that, oh, terms of my agreement changed. Think about it like this here. When you go onto a website now, when you purchase, say Amazon, for example, right? And you go and you roll through the reviews and you see a lot of like good reviews, stuff like that, you start questioning them. Well, that's because a lot of people either spam them or they pay for those reviews. But now Amazon has it to where says this is a verified review and I was given XYZ for my review on this product, right? So I think it's the same thing with a guy like a Justin here. I mean, if his terms of his agreement change, I think. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, my earpiece went out for a second. I had to change them out. But no, to my point there, like, hey, with the whole thing with him, I think he, like someone said in the comments, I think he had something to do where he got a discount and now he's getting way more than what he was doing before. So, and that's good and well. Hey, congratulations. That's a promotion. But at the same time, you have a responsibility to your followers and to your audience to let them know, like, hey, my review of this product has more to do with the fact that Torch Wonderland gave it to me for free now than it was before. Because I don't think anybody believes he's not getting this for free now at this point. And if he is, I'm sorry for putting it out there. But if he's not, I think it's time that you get some good get in the graces of some of these collectors who follow you and trust your judgment to let them know exactly what your transaction is with them, to let them know that, hey, this is what it's going. I mean, there's other reviewers out there. You can always do that. But let's be honest, Justin is the pinnacle of the influencers that we have available to us with information. So that doesn't make you untouchable. That means that you need to set a better example for everybody else, in my opinion, there. So, and I think that's where the step has to be there. I think you kind of owe it to yourself and you owe it to the community to help you get to where you are, to be 100% transparent. And if Fab's got a deal with Kitchen down the road, Fab's flat out told you, he'd let you know. Or he has nothing to gain.
There would be no reason for me to hide something like that.
Right. There's no reason to hide that stuff like that there, unless you are hiding something yourself. And that is where the mistrust comes in there. But yeah, I mean, I kind of want to wrap up this whole Justin thing. It's been taking way too much of this stream here. I'm going to try to sound like a professional streamer, even though I'm just a collector. I'm going to take a shot at this because I see this every time when I watch a stream, which I don't watch many of them. But hey, guys, 34 people in the chat. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, right? 34 people now. Come on, guys. We need a couple more likes on this.
You sound like a true professional.
You know what I mean? I feel like this is easy. I think everybody can do this. Look how pro I was with that right there.
No, but it's true. We did spend a lot of time on that. Let's see this question here. Peyton, Fabulous. Oh man. I have Leonidas. I have Blade. I have the original Pirates of the Caribbean line. Those are super old. I have the Terminator line. They're super old. I got some anime figures that I don't even know where they're from, but they're from Hot Toys. I got them years ago. I have one. I don't know if you guys know this, but Hot Toys used to focus on like firefighters and policemen and all that stuff. I have this like demon firefighter that the jacket like completely like disintegrated. That's how old it is. So I got old figures. I got another thing that I don't know if you guys knew this, but Hot Toys used to be straight military. They used to do a lot of military figures. So I got a bunch of those as well. So yeah, I come back from before, it was mainstream, Marvel, it was a lot of, different stuff than what they have now. Let's see. I remember it was just getting some section. I love this dude.
Appreciate it, man. I'm just a collector, man. I got nothing to gain by anything I'm saying here, guys. So I'm just one of you.
So same thing. I just collect. I don't, I'm not benefiting from any of this. I mean, not that I'm against it. It's just not yet.
I messed up. Damn, Nathan called me. I messed up. I'm sorry. You see, there goes my YouTube career. I'm already done. Sorry, I meant to say smash that like button. Smash the like button. That's what I'm supposed to say. Thank you, Nathan. I appreciate that.
You're fired. I hope family is paying you good, D'Lo. Yeah, getting paid a lot.
Not anymore. I just got fired. You just heard it here first, folks.
A lot of exposure for his YouTube channel coming soon. Oh man,
hell no.
Yeah,
it's like I'm back in high school. I'm good. I'm good. I'll stick to your channel every now and then.
Sorry, we didn't like it was worth. Yeah, I'm telling you, it was so depressing. One little tiny booth was the only booth that had Hot Toys, and they were used, no less. And it was just, and I had all of them. The only one I didn't have was that Shock Trooper, and it was $280. And I almost got it, but I was like, I don't like buying. It was $280 alone for it was already over retail, and it was used. And I was like, you know what? And I know, Brian knew it was going for $380 and whatever, but I was like, you know what? I was like, nah. I was like, it's not for me. I was like, no. But yeah, no, it was very depressing. I didn't like I love the fact that I was at Comic-Con first time ever. I'm super happy. Being able to just experience it alone. Let me tell you guys, the amount of walking is insane. Both days, I went Thursday and I went Saturday. My feet and my back were, and I play soccer, twice a week. I, constantly running. I go to the gym 4 days a week at least. I would like to believe that I'm in decent shape. One of my buddies who I went with, something fell on the ground and I went to bend over and my back was so stiff from so much walking that I was bending over like literally like so slowly. He goes to me, "Why are you bending over like you're an 80-year-old man?" That's how my back felt at the moment. I was so stiff. Yeah, the walking was killer for me. And it wasn't my sneakers. I have brand new Nike Air sneakers. And let me tell you, man, I would do it again tomorrow. My feet were on fire, but it was the experience was amazing. Any cool? No, I don't collect comics. There was a lot of stuff. I wouldn't even know where to start. A lot of graded stuff. My buddy Mike, who got me the tickets, which is why the only reason why I went. He's a big original art collector, and he was looking for some. And let me tell you something. I had no idea that was a thing. Original art collecting. He bought a piece that was over $2,000. He has pieces that are over $5,000, I believe. Like crazy things that I had no idea about. Like I had no idea that they were a thing. It was the walking. Yeah, I'm telling you. I was supposed to meet up with P-Rock too. He messaged me and then he disappeared. I don't know what happened to him. Baptist are true, my friend. Don't turn into. Oh man, believe me. I've said this to you guys multiple times. My integrity and my morals come first and foremost. You will never hear me flip-flop for anybody. You will never hear me say one thing and do another. That's not me. That's just me as a person. I was telling him, something that happened to me in the past. Money does not make my value or make me as a person. If I tell you something today, you could go back months and years and it'll be the same thing. I don't think that there's a reason to lie to people. I don't think there's a reason to flip-flop about anything in life. Any fakeness will always come out. Anything that you say, whether it's for the hype or to trick somebody or to, especially with the internet, believe me, they will find it and they'll throw it in your face, and it's just not worth it. So I'm not that person. Again, anybody who watched me from when I started with the other people, this was not something that I was ever interested in. You know, I never even thought about it. I never knew it was a thing to begin with. Okay. I saw people reviewing over the years and I was like, oh, that's cool. But again, I never knew it was something that I wanted. And I was collecting, you know, for many years already. And I didn't think, oh, maybe I could get a camera and stream. Never. It was never something that I wanted to do. But as anybody in life, people evolve, people change, people's goals change, people's drive changes. Once I was introduced to this, I was like, wow, this is fun. This is cool. And I started thinking about, you know, doing my own streams after meeting these guys, just to be a part of them, just to be, you know, like I was the only one for a long time, you know, without a channel, just because I couldn't make a channel. That's why somebody asked me recently on my TikTok, I have, I want to say about 17 to 15 followers shy of 9,000. So somebody said, how come you have 9,000 on TikTok and you don't have any, you know, you only barely have any on YouTube? For the longest time, I couldn't make a YouTube channel. I don't know why. I don't know what happened. So somebody had to make it for me to be able to have my channel. So once I had my channel, I started, you know, posting all my little TikToks and my little shorts and, you know, my little things here and there, my collection tours. And so that's how that started, you know, little bit. Again, it wasn't like, oh, like this is what I want to do now. No, not at all. Because I was still involved with other people. So once it got to the point where I was like, you know what? It's time for me to do it myself. I was bringing my value, my experiences, my stuff to everybody else's channel. I said, and it wasn't even appreciated. I was like, you know what? I could do this for myself. So this is where we are right now. I'm here. I'm here for me. I'm representing myself. I will always, you know, be truthful about everything. I don't need to lie about anything. I don't need to look good for anybody. I've always said I've always been collecting for myself. That's why nobody knows I have the collection that I have. I never needed to prove anything to anybody. I never will. I never collected for hype. I never collected to rub my collection in people's faces. Like I said, I've always been very private. Nobody knows me for that reason. I had, you know, OG collectors from back, you know, when I started. These guys were already big timers, would tell me, oh, you know, once you should start posting your collection. And you could go back to streams. I've said this multiple times. Once you start posting your collection, you'll be a god in the community. And even with those comments and those compliments, I would tell them, nah, you know, I'm very private. I'm good. Because I know what it is. Once I started doing what they said, started posting, the amount of hate that I would get, the amount of negativity from jealous people, the amount of just, you know, people bashing me for no reason, and I'm like, whoa, I'm like, what the hell's going on? So over the years, you learn, you know, how to deal with stuff like that. And this is where we are right now. And again, I love doing it. I love the community first and foremost. And, you know, the streaming comes from over the year that I started streaming with these people. You know, I got a lot of people asking me questions, you know, appreciating my experiences, my you know, the fact that I was around for so long. So they started looking at me for advice. And I said, it would be wrong of me to not give people, you know, advice from my experiences and any help that I possibly could. So that's why I said, you know what, it's my time, and that's why I'm here. Let me see. Fabs, I'm feeling the same way. Yeah, there you go. We probably started at the same time. 08, 09 is when I started. I know I started 09, probably 2010 about. And so, yeah, I'm telling you, you may have a crazy collection. And that's another thing. hiding my collection was because, again, I'm a very proud person. I wasn't looking to throw anybody, make people feel like, oh, I have it all and I have the best collection and you don't have anything. Again, I've said this many times. I love looking at people's collections because not everybody collects the same. Not everybody displays the same. Not everybody has the same amount of stuff. Not everybody, does the same anything. So I love looking at whether it's, a collection of single figures on a detailed shelf or a whole bunch of figures all at once. Like, I love looking at people's collections, period. There's nothing to be jealous about. There's nothing to be a hater about, because it is what it is. Everybody has what they have because they earned it. They decided to do what they wanted to do with their money, with their life, and that's where they are. So for anybody to be jealous about somebody else's stuff, it's crazy, because if anything, if you're looking at somebody's collection, you're like, God, I wish I had that. Screw that guy. Instead of having that mentality, why don't you say, you know what? Let me work harder and eventually get to that level if it's something that you really want. If it's not, then why are you hating on people for something that you don't really care for anyway? You know what I mean?
I can answer that for you, Fabs. I can answer you. They hate us because they ain't us.
What? Yeah, exactly. No,
they hate us because they ain't us.
But it's crazy. Like, again, you'll never hear me hating on anybody. Again,
but that's the dumbest thing to do. Like, I've seen people with 6 figures, and I think their setup is clean as hell. I've seen your collection. I'm like, that's clean as hell. But I have my own collection, and I think for me, it's clean as hell. It don't matter, man. I mean, I think anybody who's in this hobby, whether it's your first figure or this is your, in case of Fab's case, like 300,000 figure, it don't matter, man. Everybody's collections are beautiful. We all just want to share it. We all want to admire it there. Exactly. And if I have more than you, don't be mad that I have more than you. This knows I'm in a different place than you are. If you have more than me, then, hey, that's good for you. I mean, what brings this hobby together for everybody is the fact that we can all appreciate that we have something in common. We like this hobby. We like the figures, and we're proud that we have these things here. And I think there should be a lot more positivity about showing somebody, love for, what they love, and someone doing the same for you. At the same time, the last time I was here, I was talking about negativity and toxicity in the community. Those new collectors, hey, you want to treat them good, because this is, everybody's had their first day at school. It's scary. It's nerve-wracking. So to put yourself out there, offer a helping hand. Show them some best tips that you learned since you've been doing this there. And I think the community itself needs to focus more on the figures and why we're here in the first place. Not who has the best sponsor, not, who has the most views, all that not that's irrelevant is relevant. When you started this here and when they started, I'm sure that was not their focus as well.
Right.
So,
and that's a great point. That's a great point, because that's exactly what I was going to say. The reason why I wanted my channel was never, exactly like you said. I wasn't saying, oh, I want my channel to get sponsored. Like, no, I want my channel to be able to show. If you look at the info, the intro of my channel says sharing my collection with the world. Like, that's what, like, at this point, like, that was my goal. Just sharing my collection. Yeah, but no, this Jake right here. I'm telling you.
I'm shaking my head. No, not doing it, pal. That ain't happening.
No.
I ain't gonna do it. No.
I'm telling you, guys, stay tuned. Coming soon.
Not happening.
It's gonna be called 16 D'Lo. Just wait.
No, I'm not doing it, guys. I'm not gonna sponsor Pop Collectibles or whoever's out there. I'm not going to be in a panel with a bunch of people I don't agree with their opinions and they don't like mine. I'm not doing that. Sorry, man. It's just, I enjoy collecting. I love talking to you guys because you are just like me and I'm just like you. We're collectors. That's it. I don't mind popping on somebody's channel and giving my 100% unbiased opinion on something or giving my advice because I've been doing this for so long. But I'm not going to do it. There's people, you can find people for your reviews. You can find people for your community chats. I'm just you, man. I'm just a collector who happens to be on the screen right now. That's it. I'm good. But thank you. That was very nice of you to say, Jake.
Yeah, no, it's true. We need it. And last comment here, David started in '84. Yeah, so David's going to be on my We Are the Community stream soon. So we have to get that together. So guys, stay tuned for that. I want to thank you guys all for staying. Thank you guys for being here. A lot of new names that I haven't seen ever. A lot of new people. Thank you guys for being in the chat. I appreciate you all. Don't forget, I have a raffle going. If you're interested in winning some Hot Toys for $20, message me privately. Check my Instagram, Fats Figures, my Facebook group, 16 Evolution. D'Lo, thank you for being here. Thank you for being here for over 3 hours. I really appreciate it. Anything you want to say to the people?
Absolutely. I want to give it one more go, okay? 31 people in the chat right now. Smash that like button and subscribe. There you go, people. I sold out. You wanted this. You wanted this version. You got it. I sold out.
No, but once you get the channel, it'll be better. More legit.
I ain't doing no damn channel. You got to leave me alone.
All right, guys. Again, thank you guys so much. And I'll see you guys in the next one.